is Savardis. He's on the move, and they're going to look for Savardis in the corner. Touchdown!
Rowan heading for the touchpad with the lead, and the Profs will take the men's 400-yard freestyle relay.
Andrews will be in shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll throw it down the left sideline. He's got a wide open receiver. He's got the touchdown. Okay, moving in.
Sends one on goal, and he scores!
And it is a power play goal!
Back to pass, middle of the field. The catch is made by Britt. She's off to the races at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Britt is in for the score.
Back on in. Here's Yoxon. Yoxon to the backhand. Trying to go to the front. Makes the move and shot. And he scores!
Smith delivers. That's hit back toward the mound. Weiss has it in short. He steps on second, and the ball game is over. Massapequa Coast has won the 2023 New York State Little League Baseball Championship.
Live from the Waranenko Sports Arena in Roselle, New Jersey, the PDF Sports Network is proud to welcome you into coverage of Jersey Bearcats Arena Football and the American Arena League 2. Tonight, the Bearcats look to secure a first-round home game in the AAL2 playoffs as they take on the Western Maryland Warriors. Good evening, everybody. My name is Joe Foreman, and I'm joined on the call by my broadcast partner, Nick Durst. And Nick, it has been 3 weeks since we last saw this Bearcats team in action as they pushed the league-best Wheeling Miners to the limit, coming up just short here at home.
Good evening, Joe. I may host the You Know I'm Right podcast, but you're right. It was an intense game last time, and the Bearcats showed a lot of heart despite the loss. They've had time to regroup and prepare. I'm excited to see how much they respond tonight with so much on the line.
Tonight's game carries with it playoff implications for this Bearcats team. But before we get into those, I'd like to officially welcome everyone into the Brownstone Pre-Game Show. The Brownstone in Metuchen continues to be a flagship sponsor of the Jersey Bearcats and presents our pre-game coverage ahead of each and every home game here on the PDF Sports Network. As for the Bearcats, a recent change to the playoff format has assured them of a playoff spot. Before that change, it was highly unlikely that Jersey would miss the playoffs anyway, but the Bearcats no longer have to worry about missing the postseason should they lose here tonight. You can see the playoff format on your screen now, and as I mentioned in the open, home field advantage is on the line for Jersey here tonight. Everything else has been decided in terms of playoff seeding. Wheeling has locked up the number 1 overall seed and will receive a first-round bye. Waco and Peach State are the top 2 seeds in the West and will face off on June 22nd. We already know the Bearcats will be facing the Steel City Stampede for the second time this season in the first round of the playoffs. However, the host of that game will be decided tonight. If the Bearcats win, they are the 2 seed and they host. If Steel City wins their game and Jersey loses, the Stampede will be the 2 seed and they will host their first round matchup with the Bearcats.
It's absolutely right, Joe. The stakes couldn't be higher for the Bearcats tonight. They control their own destiny, though, and that's exactly where you want to be as a team. It's not just about making the playoffs, but it's also about securing the crucial home field advantage, which can be a game changer in the postseason.
Before we dive deeper into tonight's matchup, let's take a look back at what has brought the Bearcats to this point. In Week 1, they fell to the Wheeling Miners and lost their starting quarterback, Stefan Colon, in the process. However, we've seen a great deal of progression from this offense from week to week as the regular season has moved toward its conclusion. That being said, they lost Khalil Trotman to injury in their last game against Wheeling and were once again forced to adapt offensively. There is good news for the Bearcats in that regard as Trotman is back in the lineup here tonight. On the other side of the ball, the defense has had to carry a much bigger burden than last year when the Bearcats offense was the most explosive in the league. And as you can see, the defense has done enough to give this team a chance to win each week.
Yeah, Joe, the resilience of this team has been impressive. Losing your starting quarterback in Week 1 can really be devastating and could sometimes throw the season down the gutter, but the Bearcats have shown incredible depth and determination, and the defense has really stepped up in a big way, leading this team to many victories. And the offense has found ways to adapt and overcome the challenges without their starting quarterback. That's the kind of fortitude that can carry a team deep into the playoffs.
And as you can see on your screen, tonight's matchup is not the first meeting of the season between Jersey and Maryland. 4 weeks ago, these two teams met in Maryland, where the Bearcats picked up a 14-point victory, 40-26. Last season, when these two teams met here on PDF, the Bearcats also won by 14 points, 48-34. However, there's no doubt this Jersey team is drastically different from the team that faced Maryland last season, and the team Maryland will see tonight is a bit different than the team they saw last month.
That's right, Joe. A lot of changes between these two teams. Both teams have evolved since their last meeting. The Bearcats have had to adapt due to injuries, and the Warriors are stepping up. While the Warriors have been, and the new players are stepping up, and while the Warriors have been fighting to find their identity despite being out of the playoff contention, tonight's game is going to be a true test of how far both teams have come since their last encounter.
Should be interesting to see for sure in regards to that. But the regular season finale for the Jersey Bearcats is just a few minutes away. But before the start of tonight's game, we will send Nick down to the field to hear from some of the Bearcats ahead of this evening's matchup. You're watching the American Arena League 2 here on the PDF Sports Network. The Brownstone pregame show continues after this short break.
Radel Volkswagen of Linden is your official sponsor of Bearcats football. Visit our showroom today for great deals and tell them the Bearcats sent you. Radel VW of Linden. Visit us today.
Today's Bearcats broadcast is brought to you by our friends at Applebee's of Edison, located at 1045 US Highway 1 in Edison. Stop in after the game for great deals and drink specials. And also by J&J Snack Foods, located on 350 Fellowship Road in Mount Laurel. Call us toll-free at 800-486-9533. Thank you, Applebee's and J&J Snack Foods, for supporting Bearcats football.
Attention, local businesses and professionals. Isn't it time to elevate your game? Now you can advertise your business or product on PDF Sports Network. Your ad will appear on all of our broadcasts, including this one. Don't have a commercial? We'll make one for you, absolutely free. What better way to showcase your product and brand while supporting the best local sports, teams, and leagues? Call now at 732-723-8189 or visit us at pdfsportsnet.com.
The Omega Psi Phi fraternity was founded on November 17, 1911, on the campus of Howard University. Its founders are Dr. Oscar James Cooper, Professor Frank Charles Coleman, Bishop Edgar Amos Love, and Dr. Ernest Everett Just. Its cardinal principles of manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift are the key principles which cement this fraternity to where we are today. Gamma Nu Nu chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated was chartered on July 11, 2019, and are located on the Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst in Columbus, New Jersey. Brothers of like-minded ideas come together from all walks of life and careers, make up and continue to build on the very same ideals to this very day, just as the founders of this great fraternity have done. For more information on Gamma Nu Nu, please visit us on Facebook, Gamma Nu Nu, The Bridge Builder Quests, and Instagram, #JBMDLQUES.
KKT, InvestStars is now a proud sponsor of the Jersey Bearcats and the AAL2. No matter what needs you have, F. Tarkin Jones will develop the right solution for you. See for yourself the star treatment you will get with KKT, InvestStars LLC. Call today at 201-290-4802 and be a star just like the Bearcats.
Welcome back inside the Werenenko Sports Arena in Roselle, New Jersey, as we continue the Brownstone pregame show ahead of tonight's AAL2 matchup between the Jersey Bearcats and the Western Maryland Warriors. This is Joe Foreman with you from the commentary desk, but at this time we will throw it down to our sideline correspondent and my color commentating partner tonight, Nick Durst, who is joined by Jersey Bearcats head coach A.J. Roque.
Thanks, Joe, here with Coach A.J. Roque. A.J., big game here, finally back at home, bunch of cancellations. How good does it feel to be back on the home turf tonight?
Just to have everybody back and, playing games actually on a Saturday, it's, instead of getting canceled, it's phenomenal. It's great, especially when it's, playoff time. You win today, you have a home game in the playoffs next week, so it feels good.
Feels good, and it'll feel even better with the win. You mentioned Absolutely. It. You control your own destiny in the sense you win tonight, you get the home field advantage in the playoff game next time out. Yep. So how important is that for your team to clinch that?
It's huge, right? Anytime you play and go in the playoffs, you want to play at home, right? You don't want to go on the road. So for us, that's that's everything. You want to be at home as much as you can.
All right, taking on a team tonight that could be considered dangerous, not much to play for them. So what do you have to look out for in a team that really has nothing to lose?
We got to play our game. We can't play down, to our competition. We got to come out and play Bearcat football and just put the game away early, right? You don't play around. Don't play around, guys, because that's when it becomes scary in the end.
All right, so a few weeks into it now, your assessment of the great job the Lady Bearcats have been doing this season.
Oh, they've been phenomenal. Like the show that they put on, and when they travel with us and go, when they went out to Wheeling, we had the better, team. When we went out to Harrisburg, we had the better cheer team. So, my wife, she's done a hell of a job with them. And
excellently coached by your wife.
Oh, absolutely. She takes no shit. Sorry.
Oh, good. Well, AJ, you're pumped up. Save that for the pregame speech and go get them. Good luck tonight.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Nick. Some colorful language from Coach Roque. We didn't know that was coming, so hopefully that's the last of that during our pregame show, but Coach Roque has done a great job. He calls the plays for an offense that has seen a lot of change this year out there for the Jersey Bearcats. They've had 4 different quarterbacks in games here on PDF, though. Stephen Colon, of course, has not quarterbacked the game here on PDF this season. We got a good look at him as he was the league MVP last year. But we'll turn it over to the Jersey offensive side of the ball as Nick is joined down on the field by wide receiver Todd Simmons.
Thanks, Joe, here with Todd. Todd, back on the home turf tonight. So obviously you're going to have the home field advantage. Been away for a while, had some cancellations, but with all that going on, how has the team stayed ready, stayed sharp, and ready to go for tonight?
Just practicing, a lot of Zoom meetings, looking at film, so we're ready. We're ready.
All right, so obviously you, wide receiver, this year you're starting quarterback down early, and your backups have come in, done a good job. So how have you been able to build that chemistry with your quarterbacking group?
Just preparation, really, just getting to know the guys, stuff like that, plays, studying, so stuff like that, yeah.
All right, not looking too far ahead, but if you win tonight, you'll get the home field advantage for the playoff game. How important is that for you and your teammates to be able to play the playoff game here?
Really, really important. We got our fans here getting to watch us, so yeah, home field advantage. We're ready.
That's what it's all about. All right, thank you for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Simmons a part of a Jersey offense that has scored 40 points each of the last 2 times they have played this Western Maryland Warriors team, and they hope for more of the same here this evening. But as part of our Lady Bearcats Spotlight Series, Nick is joined by another member of the Lady Bearcats. Sierra joins Nick down on field level.
Show here at Sierra from the Lady Bearcats. Sierra, team's finally back home tonight.
Yes.
It's been a while. How did you girls stay sharp through routine, and what can we expect from you there on the field tonight?
Yeah, so we have a very fun halftime performance. It was choreographed by Shira, who's a dancer in the industry. It's very fun, exciting, a little acting in the beginning, but we're really excited to be back, and we spent the last week or 2 practicing both virtually on Zoom and in person, so we're really excited to be here, and we can't wait to show you guys.
All right, I saw a little bit of the pregame rehearsal with the acting job, so
yes.
it should be exciting. Stay tuned for that at halftime. So for you girls, when the team is playing well, they're often crediting you and all the fans here. So how do you keep the fans engaged on a game-by-game basis?
Yeah, so we keep the fans engaged, honestly, by just having a smile on our faces and our true excitement. We like watching the game as much as they do, so we stay involved. We love to cheer, as soon as the song comes on, we dance, and we like to talk to the people in the stands and just get everyone excited and feeling good.
All right, so obviously of the media timeouts, a lot of great games on the field usually for the youth, for the kids, and you girls come out here. Do you personally have a favorite of any of those games that are played?
I like when they like try to throw the football either like through the the field goal. I like that. That one's fun.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Break a leg out there tonight, and
Thank you.
of course, good luck to you and the team as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Nick. Great job as always. And with that, we will head to another break as we continue the Brownstone Grill in Metuchen pregame show here on the PDF Sports Network. Coming up next, the Jersey Bearcats take on the Western Maryland Warriors.
Today's game is presented by Total Performance Bodywork with Dave Riemann. Dave is a body worker, licensed massage therapist, and strength and movement coach. He's combined his wide variety of expertise into a system that he calls Total Performance Bodywork. Trusted by professional athletes and bodybuilders, Dave has been helping people to recover from new and old injuries, improve their breathing efficiency, athletic performance, mobility, flexibility, and their overall strength. Visit Total Performance Bodywork at totalperformancebodywork.com or contact Dave by calling 610-570-7480 or email daveriemann@rcn.com.
Today's game is being brought to you by Meineke Auto Center. Meineke is your choice for quality, reliable service at great rates all year long. Visit us at 495 East St. George Avenue in Roselle, New Jersey, or call 908-986-3932 to schedule your service today.
The Jersey Bearcats are back for another exciting season of AAL2 Arena football. Get on board with us and follow us all year long. For information on our donations, sponsorships, and game day and ticket information, please contact us at Jersey Bearcats Arena Football at gmail.com.
Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports brings fans an interactive experience through watch-alongs, streaming, video presentation, and game knowledge. Coming from the mind of Coach Ed Gladney, fans gain an expanded understanding of sports entertainment from over 40 years of coaching experience. Coach Ed taps into his experiences from the different levels of sports he has coached, as he is able to introduce fans to sports from a coaching perspective.
Bella Pianto Orthopedics, providing care with compassion and integrity for orthopedic disorders and injuries. We also offer concussion support for coaches, schools, and athletes, with 24-hour diagnostic and rehabilitation management for injured athletes. We are the proud team physicians for your New Jersey Bearcats. Please visit our comprehensive website or call us at 201-490-4333.
And welcome back to the Brownstone pregame show as we are closing in on kickoff between the Jersey Bearcats and the Western Maryland Warriors here on the PDF Sports Network. Earlier, we briefly discussed the two previous meetings between these two teams, one last season and another earlier this season. Now it's time to take a look back at the 2023 matchup that we covered here on the PDF Sports Network. And you'll see here early in this game, the Jersey defense coming up big. Jervon Young in on that sack as Jersey records an early stop, setting up what was a fourth down.
And then the offense right after that, Peter Savrides with the big rushing touchdown to get the offense going.
Once again, Jersey defense coming up big as another strip sack creates a turnover. This one coming on a first down. Jersey recovers the ball. However, their possession was short-lived as they fumbled it on the return. The offense never got the football.
Defense carrying them all season there, and big fourth down stop to get the ball back.
And that wasn't all from the defense in the first half of this game. It was a huge first half for the Jersey defense, as right here you see Sadiq Palmer come up with the diving interception. That gave Jersey the ball back, ahead by 3 scores.
And then for the offensive answer there, Nasir Adams breaking through the tackles there into the end zone for the touchdown.
Adams certainly a capable breaker of tackles. He does it again here. That one, kind of a half-hearted attempt as he was pushed forward, but he stumbles his way into the end zone for his second touchdown.
First half, clock winding down, and there it is. The Warriors answered with a touchdown.
Bearcats then answered with a score of their own, but with just seconds remaining on the clock, a Western Maryland screen pass goes for 6, and the Warriors go into the half trailing by 20.
Kick return here. The Warriors return it to open third quarter, and pretty good return, obviously, going to the end zone.
Nicely done there by the Warriors to open the second half. However, Jersey responds again as they score through the air to start the third quarter.
And then the response again there with the rushing touchdown from Adams.
And the Warriors would go on to score the final 2 touchdowns of this game, as you'll see both back-to-back right here. That made it somewhat respectable, a 2-possession game following that pair of scores, as Jersey did go on to win by 2 possessions. They have defeated Maryland by exactly 14 points in both of their meetings. And Nick, we did have a bit more scheduled for our pregame show, but then we were presented with some very interesting information. We have a photo, a preview of the American Arena League 2 Championship Bowl football, and we'll throw that up on the screen right now as head coach of the Bearcats, A.J. Roque, gave us an early look. As you see on your screen, the AAL2 Championship Bowl 2 will be the official name of this year's championship game. There is the official football of this year's AAL2 championship. The Bearcats, of course, have a banner hanging here at the Waranenko Sports Complex commemorating last year's championship. We covered that here on the PDF Sports Network as the Bearcats defeated the Steel City Stampede. Initially, we had hoped to cover this year's championship in West Virginia. Right now, it appears those plans have changed. We'll see what comes of that, but any information regarding the AAL2's championship coverage this year will be posted online, so be sure to check that out and find out how you can tune in to this year's AAL2 championship. The Bearcats hope to be a part of it. That game will be played in Wheeling, West Virginia. The Miners, of course, that is their home arena. They have punched their ticket to the semifinal already by virtue of their number 1 seed in the North Division. The Bearcats will have to get through the Steel City Stampede to play the Miners for an opportunity to face the eventual South Division champion in the AAL2 Championship Bowl 2. So a lot to be decided in the postseason. Still some more to be decided tonight as the Bearcats take on the Western Maryland Warriors. Home field advantage on the line for Jersey in round 1. They will look to lock up a first-round playoff home game coming up next here on the PDF Sports Network.
Bearcats fans, stay tuned just prior to kickoff as the Jersey Bearcats' own Shea Davis will sing tonight's national anthem. Coming up at the conclusion of the Brownstone pregame show right here on the PDF Sports Network.
Zolnir Championship Rings is the official ring provider of the AAL2 champion Jersey Bearcats. Zolnir combines class with excellence and is the perfect way to showcase perfection on the field of play. See our full lineup today, only at Zolnir, official partner of the Jersey Bearcats.
Have you ever needed to stop or change the way you do something you love because of aches, pains, or injury? The physical therapists at Kessler Rehabilitation Center are here to get you back to work, life, and your favorite activities. Most importantly, your goals are their goals. Their movement experts will listen and develop an individualized treatment plan so you can heal. Begin care faster by requesting an appointment today at Kessler-PT.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
Burgers are better at the Brownstone in Metuchen.
My weekend starts with the Brownstone burger, topped with cheddar, barbecue sauce, and a fried egg.
Give me the Hawaiian burger. I love the Canadian bacon and sweet pineapple.
How do you like your salads? Shrimp, chicken, beef?
Stop in and see why families are eating good at the Brownstone in Metuchen.
We'll meet you at the Brownstone.
We'll meet you at the Brownstone.
Welcome back to the Brownstone pregame show here on the PDF Sports Network, as we are just minutes away from tonight's AAL2 matchup between the Jersey Bearcats and the Western Maryland Warriors. My name is Joe Foreman, alongside my broadcast partner, Nick Durst. And Nick, we already took a look back at last season's meeting here on PDF between the Maryland Warriors and the Jersey Bearcats, and that meeting was the closest game the Bearcats played after their Week 1 loss to Steel City. However, this team has been heavily battle-tested in close games this season, with every game they've played being decided by 2 possessions or fewer. And as we know in the arena game, 2 possessions isn't quite as steep a hill to climb as it would be otherwise. Heading into the playoffs, how valuable is it for the Bearcats to be getting reps in high-pressure situations each week with games on the line?
It's invaluable, Joe. It's go time. It's do or die. Being in those high-pressure situations week in and week out builds character and resilience. The Bearcats have learned to stay composed under pressure, which is crucial in the playoffs, where every play matters. This experience can give them significant edge when the games are on the line, as they've been there before and know how to execute in tight spots.
And Nick, we should just be a couple of minutes away from the introduction of starting lineups and the singing of the national anthem. So what we will do is step aside and take another break. We will send our camera operator down to field level tonight. That might be you for our on-field camera, but we'll send Nick down to the field as we take in starting lineups from the tunnel down on field level ahead of tonight's game between the Bearcats and the Warriors. Coming up next, the American Arena League 2 and Jersey Bearcats Arena Football right here on the PDF Sports Network.
Radel Volkswagen of Linden is your official sponsor of Bearcats football. Visit our showroom today for great deals and tell them the Bearcats sent you. Radel VW of Linden. Visit us today.
Today's Bearcats broadcast is brought to you by our friends at Applebee's of Edison, located at 1045 US Highway 1 in Edison. Stop in after the game for great deals and drink specials. And also by J&J Snack Foods, located on 350 Fellowship Road in Mount Laurel. Call us toll-free at 800-486-9533. Thank you, Applebee's and J&J Snack Foods, for supporting Bearcats football.
Attention, local businesses and professionals. Isn't it time to elevate your game? Now you can advertise your business or product on PDF Sports Network. Your ad will appear on all of our broadcasts, including this one. Don't have a commercial? We'll make one for you, absolutely free. What better way to showcase your product and brand while supporting the best local sports, teams, and leagues? Call now at 732-723-8189 or visit us at pdfsportsnet.com.
The Omega Psi Phi fraternity was founded on November 17, 1911, on the campus of Howard University. Its founders are Dr. Oscar James Cooper, Professor Frank Charles Coleman, Bishop Edgar Amos Love, and Dr. Ernest Everett Just. Its cardinal principles of manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift are the key principles which cement this fraternity to where we are today. Gamma Nu Nu chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated was chartered on July 11, 2019, and are located on the Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst in Columbus, New Jersey. Brothers of like-minded ideas come together from all walks of life and careers, make up and continue to build on the very same ideals to this very day, just as the founders of this great fraternity have done. For more information on Gamma Nu Nu, please visit us on Facebook, Gamma Nu Nu, The Bridge Builder Quests, and Instagram, #JBMDLQUES.
KKT, InvestStars is now a proud sponsor of the Jersey Bearcats and the AAL2. No matter what needs you have, F. Tarkin Jones will develop the right solution for you. See for yourself the star treatment you will get with KKT, InvestStars LLC. Call today at 201-290-4802 and be a star just like the Bearcats.
Today's game is presented by Total Performance Bodywork with Dave Riemann. Dave is a body worker, licensed massage therapist, and strength and movement coach. He's combined his wide variety of expertise into a system that he calls Total Performance Bodywork. Trusted by professional athletes and bodybuilders, Dave has been helping people to recover from new and old injuries, improve their breathing efficiency, athletic performance, mobility, flexibility, and their overall strength. Visit Total Performance Bodywork at totalperformancebodywork.com or contact Dave by calling 610-570-7480 or email daveriemann@rcn.com.
Today's game is being brought to you by Meineke Auto Center. Meineke is your choice for quality, reliable service at great rates all year long. Visit us at 495 East St. George Avenue in Roselle, New Jersey, or call 908-986-3932 to schedule your service today.
The Jersey Bearcats are back for another exciting season of AAL2 Arena football. Get on board with us and follow us all year long. For information on our donations, sponsorships, and game day and ticket information, please contact us at jerseybbearcatsarenafootball@gmail.com.
Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports brings fans an interactive experience through watch-alongs, streaming, video presentation, and game knowledge. Coming from the mind of Coach Ed Gladney, fans gain an expanded understanding of sports entertainment from over 40 years of coaching experience. Coach Ed taps into his experiences from the different levels of sports he has coached, as he is able to introduce fans to sports from a coaching perspective.
Bella Pianta Orthopedics, providing care with compassion and integrity for orthopedic disorders and injuries. We also offer concussion support for coaches, schools, and athletes, with 24-hour diagnostic and rehabilitation management for injured athletes. We are the proud team physicians for your New Jersey Bearcats. Please visit our comprehensive website or call us at 201-490-4333.
And we are back from the Waranenko Sports Arena, where the Lady Bearcats are being introduced out on the field. Unfortunately, due to copyright, we have to cut our audio at this time. However, the Lady Bearcats being introduced, we'll take you down to field level for that, and we'll be right back on headset. Joe Foreman back with you here on the PDF Sports Network as you got a chance to meet the Lady Bearcats. We do apologize once again for having to cut the audio, but unfortunately copyright issues have forced us to do so. The music selections, while great ones, have wreaked havoc on our broadcasts in the past, with those games being prevented from being aired on YouTube. So we had to cut the audio there. We apologize for that. The Lady Bearcats will now line the tunnel as the Jersey Bearcats players are introduced ahead of tonight's game. And hopefully they don't go with a copyrighted music selection there as well, and we can stay with you here on headset as the Bearcats are introduced. But Nick is on camera right outside the tunnel as the Bearcats get prepared to take the field ahead of tonight's game. So the Bearcats coming in at 3-3 have locked up a playoff spot. Initially, it was going to be the top 4 teams out of the North Division making the playoffs, which would have left a very slim chance that Jersey missed the playoffs. Now it's the top 5 overall. So things have changed a bit, and the Bearcats now are assured of a playoff spot, though I do think I misspoke. The top 3 teams in the North were always going to make it. Now it is the top 5 overall. So there was a very unlikely scenario where the Bearcats could have missed the postseason with a loss tonight. That scenario is now completely off the table. Jersey's in the playoffs. They are playing for a home game tonight. If they win, they play here next week against the Steel City Stampede. If they lose, they will travel to Steel City and take on the Stampede in a first-round matchup, with the winner advancing to take on the Wheeling Miners. So we did get a look earlier at the playoff format, but we were going to take a second look now. However, that will have to wait. We will turn it over to public address as the Jersey Bearcats are introduced on public address.
Up first on defense, number 58, Shea Davis. Up next, Joey Ramirez. Up next, number 47, Tyreek Noble. Up next, number 61, Elijah Coe. Up next, number 12, Dewey Lacroix. Up next, we have number 88, Kelsey Ryan. Up next, we have number 34, Nick Price. Up next, we have number 18, Kareem Bernard. Up next, we have number 7, Keeman Coleman. Up next, we have number 20, Nation Coates. Up next, number 26, Drew Stevens. Up next, number 21, Adam Dolphin. Up next, number 15, Sadiq Nathaniel. Up next, number 16, Devontae LeGrand. I'm going to make extra sure I say this guy's name right. Number 22, Tyreek Ruby. Give it up for your Jersey Bearcats defense. And now here comes the offense. We're going to put some points on the board. Number 5, your quarterback, Khalil Trotman. Number 11, quarterback Chris Andrews. Number 52, offensive lineman Elijah McKenzie. Number 65, offensive lineman Zahir Richmond. Number 55, offensive lineman Christopher Cole. Number 99, offensive lineman Jaleel Taylor. Number 66, offensive lineman Dwayne Larkin. Number 1, wide receiver Randy Ransford. Wide receiver Kyle Ward. Number 4, wide receiver Juan Smalley. Number 24, running back David Ross. Number 9, running back Nasir Adams. And number 19, your kicker Jonathan Mendoza. Offensive lineman coach Corey Miller. Offensive line coach David Kinso. Quarterback coach Darnell Roque. Megan Ramirez, offensive and defensive assistants. And your owner, coach, and general manager of the Jersey Bearcats, AJ Roque. For the last time in this regular season, let's have one round of applause for your Jersey Bearcats.
And we are back from inside the Waranenko Sports Arena here on the PDF Sports Network. My name is Joe Foreman, soon to be rejoined on the call by my broadcast partner, Nick Durst, and we do apologize for our internet issues. We have been streaming at a higher bit rate throughout the season. However, we have attempted to drop that tonight along with our frame rate in order to accommodate the slower internet connection speed that we have experienced here at the arena this evening. So hopefully the rest of the way we are okay in terms of our video quality. We do understand that you could hear us but could not see clearly what was going on down on field level. We hope that we now have that solved for you and that we are good in terms of our video streaming the rest of the way. But in case you missed our pregame show tonight, the Jersey Bearcats host the Western Maryland Warriors. Western Maryland has been eliminated from playoff contention, but as Nick and I discussed, that's just one thing that makes this team dangerous coming into a matchup against a Jersey team that is looking to secure home field advantage in the opening round of the AAL2 playoffs. Jersey is ticketed for a matchup with the Steel City Stampede in round 1 of the postseason, as we have the coin toss taking place over at midfield right now between the 1-5 Warriors and the 3-3 Bearcats. We do not have the officials mic'd up, so it's tough for us to tell what is going on, but it looks like Jersey has won the toss, as the Warriors indicated in which direction they would like to defend. So the Bearcats win the toss and have elected to receive, as that is announced over public address. And it does appear we are still having some video streaming issues. We will continue to work on it through the evening, but before kickoff, we will have one final break, and we'll be right back with kickoff here on the PDF Sports Network.
Radel Volkswagen of Linden is your official sponsor of Bearcats football. Visit our showroom today for great deals and tell them the Bearcats sent you. Rydell VW of Linden. Visit us today.
Today's Bearcats broadcast is brought to you by our friends at Applebee's of Edison, located at 1045 US Highway 1 in Edison. Stop in after the game for great deals and drink specials. And also by J&J Snack Foods, located on 350 Fellowship Road in Mount Laurel. Call us toll-free at 800-486-9533. Thank you, Applebee's and J&J Snack Foods, for supporting Bearcats football.
Attention, local businesses and professionals. Isn't it time to elevate your game? Now you can advertise your business or product on PDF Sports Network. Your ad will appear on all of our broadcasts, including this one. Don't have a commercial? We'll make one for you, absolutely free. What better way to showcase your product and brand while supporting the best local sports, teams, and leagues? Call now at 732-723-8189 or visit us at pdfsportsnet.com.
The Omega Psi.
And we are back from inside the Waranenko Sports Arena with kickoff about to come between the Western Maryland Warriors and the Jersey Bearcats. Jersey will receive, as we mentioned, ahead of our last break, and it looks like we may have to try and drop our video quality again. We will do that during our first media timeout, so we'll keep you updated on what's going on down on the field the best we can through voice, assuming that the video is not working, as we did drop our bit rate prior to kickoff. That does not appear to have solved the issue. We'll continue to work on it as the kick is sent away and off the fingertips of a Bearcat. It is recovered and taken out across midfield by Tariq Pusey. And Pusey is tackled at the Western Maryland 21-yard line. So that is where the Bearcats will take over on offense, led by quarterback Khalil Trotman, who did not complete the game against Wheeling earlier in the season. He left that game injured. He takes over under center for Jersey once again here tonight in their regular season finale.
Absolutely. Trotman is looking to start and finish this game strong here, as Bearcats in great position here to get things started.
Trotman heads toward the line of scrimmage. He will take the snap from in the shotgun. Two receivers to his right, as he is also flanked by Nasir Adams in the backfield. One receiver wide left, and it is a toss over to Nasir Adams, and he powers forward out across the 15, inside the 15, and he is stood up by a host of tacklers at the Western Maryland 14-yard line. And it is the first quarter, so we need to remind you that tonight's first quarter is brought to you by Zolnir Championship Rings, the official championship ring providers of the Jersey Bearcats and the AAL2. The Bearcats got theirs last season. Who will get them in 2024? No matter who wins the AAL2 in 24, Zolnir will provide excellent designs and luxury that comes with being a champion. Zolnir Championship Rings, the official sponsor of the Jersey Bearcats.
I want to give a shout out to Sunrays Mandarin Oranges. We just got a whole bunch here for us at the commentary booth.
All right, as Trotman throws deep up the left side, and that is incomplete, off the fingertips of Todd Simmons, through his hands and off the glass. And of course, Nick, the glass cannot assist you in a reception, and that pass falls incomplete. On the coverage was Kadeem Bailey.
Some room there in the end zone, but the throw went into the boards right in the tight corner, and it's crazy. It always ends up right those tight plays in the corner there.
That's a very popular spot that these teams seem to attack on offense. We see a lot of plays made down around those corners in the end zone. Renford in motion, pre-snap, handoff goes to Adams. He has running room, lowers his shoulder, and he's out across the 10-yard line and taken down between the 8 and the 9. First down, Bearcats.
First down and goal here. Bearcats looking to punch one in early.
Good start here for the Jersey offense, an early first down, and goal to go for the Bearcats as they look to jump out to an early lead. Once again, Trotman in the shotgun. This time Adams to his left. The last handoff came out of a similar set with Adams to the right of the quarterback, and they will hand it off to Adams again. He has room up the middle, and he is taken down low as he falls right at the goal line. This ball will be spotted at about the 2, so they'll move it back a yard, and it remains goal to go for Jersey as they are quick to the line of scrimmage.
Seems like the pound and ground strategy early on here for the Bearcats with Adams.
Renford in motion, pre-snap, handoff goes to Adams. Adams falls forward across the goal line, and he is in for a Bearcats touchdown. So Jersey leaning heavily on Nasir Adams on their opening drive, and he rewards them with 6.
Why not? We saw in the pregame, look at the highlights from last year, he was running all over the place and able to punch it in here on the first drive, put the team up early.
As we saw during the pregame as part of our 2023 highlight package, Adams had a huge game against Western Maryland last year. And that is a big defensive front that he's going up against tonight. We do not have numbers for every Warriors player, unfortunately. Taking a look at the roster we were provided. So we try to give credit where it's due on the defensive line. Unfortunately, some of those players not on our roster, as the extra point is good for Jersey. They lead by 7.
Bad snap there, but the placeholder did an excellent job, Adam Dolphin, of scooping that bad spiked snap, recovering it, and allowing the kicker to kick it in for the extra point.
Don't underestimate the impact of special teams, whether it be kicks, punt returns, kick returns, or anything else you can think of. There always seems to be a huge special teams play when we cover the AAL2. And taking a look back to the last time these two teams met, there was a kick return touchdown in that game. That belonged to the Warriors. So Bearcats, of course, will hope to avoid that right here, as they will kick off to Western Maryland with 10:49 on the clock in this first quarter. We will do our best to keep you updated on the time. Unfortunately, the timekeeping device used here at the Waranenko Sports Arena not compatible with our timekeeping sync device, so we cannot have the clock displayed on the screen. Nonetheless, 10:49 to go, quarter number 1. Jersey leads 7-0, and they will kick off in just a few moments.
Jersey looking to keep up the good work, which they've done early on here, special teams and offensively. They had a good return, and they did great on offense, and another great play on special teams there with the snap hold, and now looking, getting ready to kick off.
So it looks like right now what is holding up the kickoff is a discussion between the two head coaches and the officials. It looks like it is being explained that kicks that hit off of the roof and then travel through the uprights are good. It appeared, anyway, that was the discussion. The ground rules here at Waranenko a bit nuanced as a result of the low-hanging roof. So kicks that contact the netting above the uprights, causing the ball to then travel through the uprights, those kicks are good. So keep that in mind as we progress through the evening. But the official blows the whistle, and Jersey will kick off, leading by a touchdown as that one skips toward the far side, where it is fielded on a hop by D.T. Thomas. Thomas toward the near side, leaps over a tackler, and ends up pinned against his own bench as Thomas takes that kickoff out to the Western Maryland 17-yard line. So the Warriors take over at the 17.
Great kick there. Thomas scooped up with his 15, ran back to his 10, ends up at the 17. Going around the field there, just trying to make some space.
Thomas on the return for the Warriors as their offense takes the field. On the roster we were provided, Tyler Woodard, the only player listed as a quarterback. He wears number 1, and he will indeed be the signal caller tonight for Western Maryland. He is flanked in the backfield by number 24, Jahard Nelson. The Warriors come out in the shotgun. 3 receivers set up in a bunch along the near side to the right of their quarterback, Woodard. The official standing over the spot where the football would be placed right now, as it looks like they might be waiting for a football, though it is there, obstructed by one of the Bearcats' defensive linemen. And the Warriors are set for their first offensive snap. It's going to be a toss left, taken by Nelson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. May have squeaked out a yard on that play, but if it was a gain, it was a short one.
Yeah, nice tackle there by, looked like number 58 and number 88. So Colton Ryan, number 88, Shea Davis, number 58.
Chance of defense or public address as the PA announcer is joined by the Bearcats faithful. Second down and about 9, maybe 8. Looks like they did give him a gain of 2 on the play. It is officially 2nd and 8. Pre-snap motion man is Anthony McCraw. As the throw goes near sideline, that is complete. And D.T. Thomas is taken down about 3 or 4 yards short of a first down.
Good job there to get some positive yardage by the Warriors. And 3rd down now and short for the first down.
So they gave him forward progress to the Bearcats' 22-yard line. That will set up a 3rd down and 2. There's almost no question that Warriors would go for it. Should they end up in a 4th down situation as McCraw's in motion once again. The pass goes his way, and it is high and complete. John Valentine, defensive coordinator for Jersey, wanted that turnover, and it looks like Woodard may have altered that throw as he saw the linebacker cutting underneath it.
Yeah, good defensive job there. Altering the throw, cutting away, and a huge 4th down here.
4th and 2. As we have a whistle down on the field. And it is an official timeout inside of 8 minutes, media timeout. So taking a look over toward our stream hub, it looks like our video streaming should be good right now. So we will not reboot the stream again. We will stay with you through this media timeout. Now, as you see, Nick, taking the field, the competitors for our first of many contests during media timeouts tonight. The sack race will open things up. And Nick, I know how much you enjoy these contests during our media timeouts. What are your thoughts on the sack race opening things up this evening?
Well, I think it's a good one because it's probably not going to be too time consuming. And you know, I don't like the flow of the game being ruined in the middle of a big play coming up, which is a huge 4th down. So a lot of competitors here, you would think the guy in the purple hoodie has the advantage because he's got the longer legs, he could jump further, but if you go in the reverse spectrum, the one next to him, the young kid, he might be the favorite because he's closer to the ground.
Personally, I think the taller you are, the harder this is.
I think
personally.
so.
However, with age and often height comes some experience, and maybe the experience factor could decide this one tonight. But we have what I believe is a season-high 6 competitors tonight.
How'd they get so many sacks? Must have bought a lot of potatoes.
Maybe that's where the oranges came from.
We got some great oranges here. We'll have to show those up for halftime.
And the sack race is underway.
It's the Orange Bowl. I think the height. I said the purple was going to be the favorite. Looks like he's going to cruise to the finish.
You're right, Nick.
He might trip, though. We'll see. He always has
I don't know how tall that individual is, but I will say
he's an adult.
His arms can reach the sack. If you're tall enough where you have to bend over to reach the sack and pull it up, that makes it a bit tougher. I think he was the perfect height for that one.
Well, what did he win? Did he win an orange? Does he win a Bearcats hoodie?
That's another great question.
We need to get our Bearcats swag up here.
You can never have enough. So, Nick, as it so often happens, our media timeout once again comes ahead of a 4th down.
That's what I just said. That's why I was glad the potato sack race was fast, because I hate before a big 4th down. We got to watch the kiddos tie the cleats, put the helmets on, do the crab crawls. Takes up too much time and away from the tense moments of the game.
All right, 4th down, Warriors. Quick throw over the middle, caught. And that looked like
1st down.
Very similar route concept to the previous play this time. Woodard gets the throw off, on target, on time, and Anthony McCraw has the reception.
McCraw grabbing that one, getting the 1st down. Warriors keep it moving. You got to wonder if that media timeout helped the Warriors to recuperate and talk it over a strategy for the 4th down play. I'm going to guess it did.
That is the other side of that coin, Nick. Go play was stopped. You get a chance to talk it over. It's a makeshift timeout.
Free timeout.
As the handoff goes up the middle, and immediately the Bearcats are there. On that carry was number 25, who unfortunately is not on the roster we were provided. But Jersey there defensively, and it's another short 1st down carry for the Warriors.
2nd down coming up. Good crowd here tonight. Last home game of the regular season for the Bearcats.
So it does appear our internet has stabilized finally. As the snap goes to Woodard, he throws left, and that is complete along the far side. Another short completion. This one caught by Omar Dowry Jr.
Nice grab there by Dowry. Third down now. Obviously, they'll go for it on fourth, I would think. But they're going to kick a field goal from this range.
Both teams done a good job so far in this game. Nothing but positive plays. And we've seen muffed snaps, we've seen sacks, and all different things that can cause you to move backwards on offense. And one play that sets you back 5 or 10 often can cripple a drive. Both teams so far have avoided the negative play. McCraw in motion. Woodard looks to throw. He breaks a tackle in the backfield but can't escape a second as the Bearcats come up with a negative play on defense. Shea Davis brings the quarterback down.
Shea Davis, the monster in the middle, brings up a big fourth down now.
Big tackle there by Davis after the first hit was broken behind the line of scrimmage. Tyreek Noble was the first to get his hands on the quarterback, Woodard, but Davis was able to finish the play, and that brings up fourth. But the Sticks initially read third down on the field. It should be fourth, Nick. It should be fourth down. I think
standing room only on the Bearcats bench still. Hard to say, but I think it's fourth.
Woodard has nowhere to go. He slides down at the 20. Great coverage in the secondary by the Bearcats, though McCraw, at the end of that play, ended up in the corner of the end zone by himself. So I'm not sure if that was a result of the play being over or if he had some room. Either way, Jersey gets their defense off the field on fourth down, and the offense will head back out, leading by 7.
4:28 about left in the first quarter. Bearcats now looking to push ahead by 2 scores at this drive, taking over with good field position where they started their first drive of the game, which resulted in a touchdown.
Bearcats offense back out there, led by Khalil Trotman this time. It will be the second running back, David Ross, in the backfield. As Trotman takes the snap out of the shotgun, throws left sideline, incomplete, intended for Todd Simmons.
Simmons not on the same page there as his quarterback. He was heading towards the end zone. Throw came back shoulder when he was already past the destination of the pass.
Bearcats did take a shot down the field on their first drive. Simmons had a chance to make a play. Unfortunately, it went through his hands. That proved inconsequential as Jersey ended that drive with a touchdown. Once again, Trotman in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, including Simmons. Brandon Renford to the left of Trotman as well. Trotman is looking over the middle, throws toward Renford, who is wide open, and he makes the catch for a Jersey touchdown.
Doesn't get much easier than that as Trotman throws it to the end zone to a wide open Brandon Renford. And it's a touchdown for the Bearcats, ahead now 13-0.
And we saw Jersey take 2 shots up the near sideline. And when you have Simmons lined up alongside Renford along the near side, that certainly commands some extra attention. Unfortunately for the Warriors, the defense, seeing that Simmons had been an early favorite in terms of targets for Trotman, may have committed just a bit too much over to him. And Renford came streaking up the middle of the field on the skinny post. He was wide open as he split the middle of the Western Maryland secondary. Jersey in front by 13. And Cordoza's extra point is no good, off the ceiling and short.
So rough break there for the Bearcats. We'll see if they end up going for 2 down the road to make up for that. But a touchdown nonetheless, 13-0 lead.
Bearcats by 13, and if you're Western Maryland, aside from the sacks at the end of that drive, they kept the ball moving forward, and they were able to get the ball out ahead of the Bearcats, looking to jump those underneath routes. In time, the Bearcats probably will get a bit more aggressive on those underneath patterns, and perhaps Western Maryland then will have a chance to attack down the field. But that Jersey pass rush, Nick, as we saw during the highlight package in our pregame show, a pass rush that is not easy to slow down.
No, it's not. There's just some great people there. Shea Davis, a couple of big tackles already in this game.
The kickoff coming up. It was D.T. Thomas returning the kickoff earlier in the game for the Warriors. He is back deep on this kickoff as well, and he is joined by Jahard Nelson, one of the Warriors' running backs, and it skips over Nelson into the end zone. He needs to get out, and he will, as he emerges past the goal line and is tackled at the 5.
Lucky, fortunate for the Warriors to get to the end zone there. Going to have a lot of troubles now going to the end zone. And Joe, I just find it so funny that on the kickoffs, the special team coach comes out to coach from the field. What are they going to possibly do after the ball's kicked from the field? Tackle him! Tackle him! Coach K screaming, get him! Tackle him in the end zone!
Coach K, Corey Miller, the special team
I'll
coach.
ask him about that in the postgame if they win.
That's a good question. Now, you have to keep in mind as well that the Uno is in play on those kick returns. Should the return man be tackled in the end zone, that would be, of course, 1 point for Jersey, and that would have made it a 14-point game. It is Warriors football. The ball was officially spotted between the 6 and the 7-yard line of Maryland. And it is a quick screen pass near side. Great job there defensively by Jersey to snuff that one out. As coming in to make the tackle was Nick Price.
Jersey defense really turned up the heat here. Looking great.
And we saw a very similar play go for a touchdown last time these two teams met here in Jersey. That game was played last year. The two teams met earlier this year in Maryland. That was a 14-point win for the Bearcats, as was the game last year. Jersey has been nothing if not consistent against the Warriors. As Woodard takes the snap, pump fakes left, takes off up the middle. He has some room, lowers his shoulder. He's out across the 10 and is stood up between the 11 and 12-yard line. And that will set up third down.
Third down. I want to say maybe 5 to go.
That looks about right. 5 or 6 to go here on third down. Third and medium coming up for the Warriors offense, as that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Our score after one, the Jersey Bearcats 13 and the Western Maryland Warriors nothing. We'll be right back with quarter number 2 here on the PDF Sports Network.
Zolnir Championship Rings is the official ring provider of the AAL2 champion Jersey Bearcats. Zolnir combines class with excellence and is the perfect way to showcase perfection on the field of play. See our full lineup today, only at Zolnir, official partner of the Jersey Bearcats.
Today's game is being brought to you by Meineke Auto Center. Meineke is your choice for quality, reliable service at great rates all year long. Visit us at 495 East St. George Avenue in Roselle, New Jersey, or call 908-986-3932 to schedule your service today.
And we are back here on the PDF Sports Network as the Lady Bearcats performed ahead of the start of quarter number 2, and tonight's second quarter is being sponsored by Meineke Car Center in Linden. From extensive repair to preventative maintenance, Meineke of Linden is your pit stop on the road to success. Our qualified team brings you the best service and reliability at the right price. See our friends at Meineke of Linden, official sponsor of the Jersey Bearcats, as quarter number 2 opens with an incomplete pass. D.T. Thomas, the intended target over the middle, and that ball was just a bit low.
It's going to bring up fourth down.
So another fourth down coming up here for the Warriors. It will be a fourth down, and we have it at about 5. But once again, very tough to see the down markers from where we are positioned along the near side. This is a big fourth down for the Warriors in this spot, trailing by 2 scores early. Thomas in motion. Woodard looks down the field, throws in the direction of Thomas, and it is underthrown, nearly intercepted. But perhaps a dropped INT was the better of the 2 possibilities on that play. Sadiq Nathaniel got his hands on it. Either way, it is a turnover on downs, and the Bearcats will take over, I believe, just outside of the Warriors' 10-yard line as the ball is spotted at the 12.
Yeah, so they can get a first down here. Still very close to the end zone.
Once again, the ball officially spotted at the 12. Jersey leading by 2 scores. It is 13-0 as the clock winds down toward 13:20 to play here in quarter number 2. Be sure to stay with us during our halftime break, as we will have our Lady Bearcats spotlight at halftime. Nick will be joined by another member of the Lady Bearcats during our halftime break. Jersey hopes to build upon their lead and take a big lead into the halftime locker room as Trotman gets his receivers reorganized out on the field. He was having a word with Simmons. He appears satisfied.
Luckily, no play clock.
More pre-snap motion for Jersey as Trotman looks to throw. He takes off up the middle, has running room. He heads inside the 5 and is tackled short of the goal line at about the 3-yard line.
First down.
Jerry Halsey was the motion man pre-snap, and I think that moved the defense just a bit to the left of Trotman. He was able to take off and carry it to the right before the Warriors finally tackled him at the 4. First and goal, handoff, Nasir Adams, and he stood up after a gain of about 1, maybe 2 on the play. Several Warriors in on the tackle.
Good job by the Warriors there to prevent him from crossing the goal line.
Steve Waddell leading the charge defensively there in securing that tackle. He was joined by Jazz Hansen, both defensive linemen for this Western Maryland squad. Philly Cottrell also on the defensive line at end. He is lined up over the left tackle for Jersey, wearing number 55, as Adams is taken down behind the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, I think Adams got tripped up off the center perhaps. Looked like he lost his own footing there and went down, but now it's going to be third down here.
Well, we don't have a number 55 on our Bearcats roster, Nick. So I'm not sure who's in there at left tackle for Jersey. I like to highlight those matchups when I can, defensive end versus defensive tackle. Second and goal. Perhaps I'm mistaken, it is third and goal. My error. Third down and goal now for Jersey, and all of a sudden, Maryland in a position they can get it back with a stop if they can hold the Bearcats here these next two plays. And a bit of a miscommunication there on the handoff, but it does not matter, as after he collided with his quarterback, Kyle Ward was able to bounce it back toward the near side and take it in for a touchdown.
Ward there, rumbling through the traffic after a little bit of a collision into the end zone for a touchdown. Bearcats ahead 20-0 right now.
The live chat always a great help to us with names and numbers. Number 25 on Western Maryland, Jordan Anderson. So thank you to the live chat for that. We do take a look at your input when we can take our eyes off the action from time to time. So thank you to whoever put that in the live chat.
Scoreboard in here corrected. It is 19-0. It did miss the extra point before.
Well, Nick, we might have some copyrighted music playing in the background right now.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to shake it off here and try to keep moving on and just talk loudly enough over the music. I don't think Taylor Swift's going to be too happy about us using our music in the broadcast.
I doubt it. As Cordoza converts on the extra point, Jersey now in front by 20. Check that. Should be 20. There it is. So the Warriors now trail by 3 possessions. And they're in a position now where they need a score.
Might be getting late early.
And we saw when these two teams met last year that the Western Maryland team that visited Jersey in 2023, they were capable of putting points on the board quickly and creatively. They need to do that again in this spot right here. We await the Jersey kickoff in this spot as the clock has been stopped at 9 minutes and 16 seconds. Once again, we are going to have a media timeout inside of 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. That will come in about 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, so maybe around 4th down, I'll bring out the media timeout, depending on how fast. Now, probably after the first play, I'll probably be media timeout of the next possession.
Checking in right now on the live stream status, and once again, we're having internet connectivity issues. We can try and drop the 720p at halftime.
What a great kick.
That kick is off the boards. It skips up in the air, and it is taken out of the end zone, and a bit further than that. Nice job there to navigate some difficult circumstances on the kick return by Tajir Stern. Hopefully, I pronounced his name correctly. But Stern, the return man there for Western Maryland. And he was taken down finally at about the 8-yard line. It is the Bearcats by 20. The clock now running as we reach the 8:35 mark in the second quarter.
All right, we're going to be, maybe when they're ready to snap it, blow the whistle for the media timeout. See if they get a playoff here. I don't think so.
I think they'll get one. But perhaps not at this pace. We'll see.
No hurry here, despite being down 3 scores. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 minutes left. Keep the clock going. All right, we're underneath 8 now. Media timeout at 7:58 on the clock.
All right, so that means another contest during one of our media breaks, and we'll see what's up next. So we may have to wait. As right now, there's a lot of standing and looking around down on the field. The players are being waved to their respective sidelines, but it does appear we have some contestants at the door to field level. And I would guess, Nick, that our field goal attempts are coming up next. And
I see Patty Tucam stretching out the legs. He said he was going to play the field goal competition. This is going to be a long one. This always takes a long time.
It's the fitness contest, Nick.
Okay, the field goal one usually takes long.
The field goal contest took a lot of time. All right, fitness challenge.
Well, today was the Belmont Stakes, so it's a big racing day, and these competitors are on their marks. 3 competitors, looks like. So we're going to go with 2 only. This guy in the blue is stretching out. I like the strategy. You don't want to pull a muscle.
He's going shoeless as
3
well.
competitors. I looks like the guy on the top in the red is either shoeless or in Crocs. If he's wearing Crocs, I think he's got no shot to win. Or anti-Crocs. And they're off.
All right, push-ups first. Not bad on the form.
I don't know if this guy in the black shirt got all 10 on the push-ups off, but
those were half reps. Those don't count.
The guy in the Crocs, as I predicted, having struggles. He's far behind. This guy in the blue, I don't know if he got all 10 sit-ups.
Who's counting? Where are the judges?
It's going to be a photo finish! It's going to be a photo finish!
They ran through the finish line.
The guy in the blue shirt wins.
Well, the finish line was just beyond midfield. Our first 2 competitors ran all the way down to the end zone.
Trying out the 40-yard dash.
Later, we'll get to see some other contestants attempt to dress like a Bearcat.
A real Bearcat or a football player?
A player. However, our contestants here in the fitness contest wanted to know what it feels like to score like a Bearcat, as 2 of our contestants sprinted straight through the finish line and all the way down to the end zone.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have a performance by the Lady Bearcats, and we'll have a few interviews as well. Or at least one interview with the Lady Bearcat, probably after their performance.
All right, the official gives the thumbs up, and the action is set to resume with an even 8 minutes on the clock. Woodard sends a man in motion. He's looking in that direction, far sideline, and he airs one out off the roof.
The roof gets in the way sometimes when you're playing in an arena with a really low roof. Looks like the lights got taken out too. So
it looks like he took some lights out, Nick.
The whole row of lights that he hit, I guess he hit a light. And I guess they'll continue the game. The lights are back.
All right. I was about to say the lighting is fickle as the internet. I think a big reason why the internet here is so poor is the covering over the field.
Definitely, the aluminum ceiling probably prevents the internet from working properly.
The signal coming in, not good. 7:15 on the clock, 2nd down, Warriors. Woodard looking to throw. And he has an open man for a touchdown. D.T. Thomas from Tyler Woodard. And Western Maryland is on the board for the first time tonight.
No pressure on Woodard. Thomas sneaking through the secondary. Goes uncovered easily into the end zone. Warriors are on the board. We'll see what happens here with the extra point attempt. If they go for the field goal or they go for 2, I think they're going to go for 2.
And there had to have been a miscommunication of some kind in the secondary as Thomas was left all alone. We saw a defensive coordinator for Jersey, John Valentine, having a word with one of his defensive backs following that last play, trying to figure out exactly what went wrong. But as you said, Nick, the Warriors will go for 2, and just like that, they are
Bearcats
right back
don't
in.
have players on the field. Here comes player dashing in. Another 2. They're going to be called for offsides. They should have snapped the ball, and the Bearcats have to take a timeout.
And I think that's the wise move here if you're Jersey. Get set defensively. It's not often you see 2 extra players needed out there on the field.
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3. There was only 4 Bearcats on the field.
There were certainly some Bearcats missing. That much we know. And Jersey, as a result, will take a timeout. So I said it earlier, Nick. The Warriors, early in this game, moved methodically down the field, specifically on their opening drive. They looked to throw underneath. They kept the ball on the ground a bit. And perhaps that drew the Jersey defense in just enough to connect over the top for that last touchdown pass, but it doesn't get much more open than that, as the pass was completed with Thomas having no less than 10 yards of space in every direction.
Yeah, Thomas caught the ball. Nobody was around him. Easily walks into the end zone. And Woodard was no pressure on him in the backfield. Had plenty of time to pass.
All right, so the Warriors will go for 2. Woodard looking to throw, scrambles right, running out of time, airs one out too high. The intended target on that last attempt was number 88, who unfortunately is not on our roster.
So 20-6 now. Kickoff upcoming. 6 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first half.
You see the Bearcats there getting a solid pass rush, just a couple of players pursuing the quarterback Woodard. And if you can get that kind of pressure, rushing 2 or 3, that makes the job of the secondary that much easier, especially with tight windows like those we see down around the end zone and on those 2-point tries. And Woodard had nowhere to go with the football on that play. The Bearcats' lead is now 14. And if you're Maryland here, you're looking for a stop and one more score before halftime. Though with 6 minutes to go, 6:03 to be exact, we could very easily see 3 or more possessions.
Yeah. Ultimately, the goal for the Warriors here needs to be not allowing the Bearcats to score again. You can't go touchdown for touchdown now when you fell behind 3 possessions. Terrible kick.
That goes out of bounds, short of midfield. Bearcats played off the glass, but the whistle was blown, and the ball is going to be spotted at the Western Maryland 21-yard line. So, great starting field position here for Jersey, and their offense has been on point tonight. 3 for 3 to this point in the game. And if they can score here, they are very likely to go into halftime with a 2-possession lead, at least.
Yeah, they're feeling it right now. The DJ's feeling it too. He's just been playing nonstop through the plays as of late. And the Bearcats looking to get back out there now and punch another one into the end zone, though. Excellent starting field position here. They're starting on the Warriors' side of the field.
So initially, the official was standing at the Warriors 21. The ball has been moved back to the Warriors 24.
Yeah, that's where it looks like that's exactly where the ball out of bounds, right around the 2023 championship banner.
So the Bearcats will start in plus territory. Trotman looking to throw, airs it out up the right sideline, and a bit too long for Simmons.
Yeah, off the glass there.
Simmons was open, but the ball contacted the glass just out of his reach. Simmons has been given opportunities tonight. Trotman has looked his way on the deep ball on 3 separate occasions. And I think ultimately Brandon Renford was the beneficiary of those targets for Simmons, as Renford ended up streaking wide open for a long touchdown on his first reception. And now Jersey offense faces a 2nd down and 10. Trotman, screen pass tipped in the air, and it falls incomplete, as Trotman had some competition for that ball with Jazz Hansen.
Good job defensively there to swat that down. Bearcats now 3rd down.
The intended target on the play was David Ross. Here's another look at the replay. Good heads-up play on the defensive line. Get hands on that one. Hansen, of course, a big part of that play. And it's now 3rd and long for Jersey. The Warriors looking for a big stop immediately following a score. The receiver near side is Halsey. The motion man is Simmons. Trotman throwing towards Simmons down the field, and he makes the catch in traffic for a Bearcats touchdown.
Unbelievable catch there in traffic. And he makes that look easy. Must have been pumped up by our pregame interview. Great touchdown grab there.
And Simmons got his head around on that ball pretty late, and that makes that catch all the more impressive. He also managed to hold on through a pair of big hits, had a man on his back, another defender coming in that he could see in front of him. And Simmons, with great body control and strong hands, is able to complete that catch for a Jersey touchdown on a 3rd down and long passing play. Bearcats now lead by 20, and you can make it 21. As Cordoza's extra point is good. The score, Jersey 27. And the Warriors 6. As I had to pause with public address speaking over us. And Nick, it might be coming through over our headsets, but the music and PA in here is deafening.
Well, I know one thing for sure. When I go home tonight, left, right is going to be stuck in my head because they keep playing this song after every single possession game. Damn.
They're doing it left and doing it right. Not sure what that means, but they're doing it. So with that, the Bearcats go in front by 21. And the pressure on this Warriors offense is mounting now as we have 3:21 to go before halftime. And it will be Warriors football.
Camera's shaking here. Those fans are getting really rowdy.
Kickoff on its way. It grazes the roof. And whistles blow.
They're going to re-kick it, right? No, it's not. Last time I was here, they did a re-kick.
All right, so the ball appears as if it's going to be spotted at the 20 after contacting the roof. So it is Warriors football. The deficit once again is 3 possessions. But Nick, the same situation applies. If you're Maryland, you're looking for a score and a stop consecutively. And with the Warriors receiving the second half kickoff, that gives you a chance. And that's all you can ask for in a spot like this.
Yeah, we'll see if the Warriors are able to take this clock down all the way. But when they have scored, it's that one touchdown was on a quick strike.
Clock stopped at 3:21 ahead of this snap, and it's a low one, scooped up by Woodard. He goes deep once again. Thomas is there, and he has it for the touchdown.
Woodard to Thomas. We've seen that before, but
there's
a flag.
down.
Wonder what that was. A hold? I don't know. And Woodard did a great job picking up that terrible snap off the ground.
Not easy to recover a low snap, get your eyes downfield, and drop a dime like that.
Holding.
As holding was the call against the offense. So that flag ended up beneath the feet of 4 or 5 different players. We saw it after Thomas had begun his celebration. He didn't see it either until a bit late, but that will back up the Warriors, and now you have to worry about taking a snap from down around your own goal line.
You don't want to have another bad snap here.
That being said, Nick, when you back up further away from midfield,
easier to throw downfield.
It is easier to throw the deep ball, absolutely. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not all bad when you back up in this spot, as much as you hate to give up the yardage. 1st and 20, and we'll see if there was early movement or perhaps
neutral zone infraction.
Bearcat jumped off, and I think they are going to call a neutral zone infraction on the hard count. And the Warriors will get 5 yards back here.
All right, so we'll just redo everything that we just went through. Back to the original spot.
All right, 5-yard penalty against the Bearcats. It is now 1st and 15. And Nick, time continues to tick off the clock. We are down inside of 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining.
You gotta love it.
In the first half. So
3 minutes and 20 seconds were on the clock when the Warriors got the ball. And it took 2 minutes so far to do nothing.
The arena game, very unique in that respect, as Woodard rolls to his right, throws downfield, and hits the roof.
All right, 1:15. Well, maybe get one more play off. They got to probably go for the end zone. If they're watching the clock, they should probably take a timeout. 3 timeouts remaining.
I don't think they need it yet, and you risk giving Jersey extra time if you call a timeout. I think you wait and see what you do on 3rd down, and if they convert, they will surely take a timeout.
Oh, we got the 1 minute warning, so the clock did stop.
All right, so we go through this every game, but keep in mind that for the clock to continue running in the arena game inside of 1 minute, the ball has to be advanced forward. I don't think...
So it stops on a sack?
Yes. I don't think that will come into play here. As Woodard looks to his left and now scrambles right. He throws high, incomplete, and he did have a man open on the crossing route.
Clock stops because no advancement.
All right. And as is unsurprising, a punt not on the table here. The Warriors have called timeout.
Bearcats are going to have time to get the ball back, I think. Either way.
No question. No question. If the Warriors convert here and pick up a 1st down, they can effectively run out the remainder of the half should they choose to do so. Obviously, they will try and score, but while attempting to score, you know that it's going to be of paramount importance to them to try and leave Jersey with as little time as possible. Priority number 1, put points on the board. Priority number 2, make sure Jersey has no chance to do the same.
Well, you know the Warriors are not going to run the ball. I don't know if they've even attempted a rush this game, so.
Early, very early, not since. When these games are over, we do go back and compile official stats. However, we don't do that in real time, so we don't have the official number of carries. Based on memory, I think it's 2. Not counting quarterback keepers caused by pressure. $15 to go for the Warriors. Woodard handles the snap, is forced to roll right, fumbles the football, and it is recovered at the goal line, just short of the end zone.
Well, great defense there. Woodard seems to be banged up a little as he fumbled the ball going down.
Shea Davis in on the sack. He also recovered the fumble. And if the Warriors quarterback cannot return to this game,
we don't know who their backup is.
That wreaks havoc. Woodard, the only quarterback on the Western Maryland roster, and he is down on the turf right now, yet to get to his feet. I think he tried to break his fall with his right hand, and perhaps that did some damage to the wrist. We won't speculate any further than that. Fortunately for him, the weight of Davis did not come down on top of him, as Davis took him down from behind. Davis, I don't believe, landed on top of him. And it looks like Woodard will walk off under his own power. He has the helmet in his right hand, so hopefully there is no lingering effect to the throwing arm moving forward in this game. But Jersey now will take over right on the goal line, and the Bearcats can go ahead by 4 scores with a touchdown.
Well, Joe, I think I'd be surprised if Adams doesn't get a handoff here.
He is the money down around the goal line, and it's a point we made quite often last year. This Jersey offense was so explosive last year. The receiving core looks very different. Obviously, Kyle Ward is back, but 2 big names, and Pete Savridis obviously no longer out there. Dante Owens no longer out there at wide receiver for the Bearcats. And their receivers have still managed to make some very big plays. So credit to the receiving corps as they've had to work with several backups this year at different times. Khalil Trotman has asserted himself as the starting quarterback moving forward for Jersey, but this receiving corps has had to work with quite a few signal callers this year. And it looks like, Nick, that it is going to remain Western Maryland football.
I don't understand how. The fumble was clearly recovered.
Well, that was fourth down as well.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. Did they call a penalty on the Bearcats?
Not sure.
Should we take a look at the replay? I didn't see anything that would make this still Warriors ball.
Nick, I'm going to pass to you for just a moment. We have a note coming in now.
So we're getting set here for fourth down again, I guess. And we'll see what happens.
All right, Nick. So everyone down on field level had fourth down, except for the officials. Even the down markers had fourth down.
But it was a fumble.
Yeah. I'm very confused, Nick. That throw is spiked down into the turf. So our production desk passed us along that it was third down on that last snap. Now that was fourth down. So with a fumble, it wouldn't matter. My guess is they're going to say that
he was down by contact. I think the ball was down on the ground before.
It looks like they moved him up as well, so it had to be an incomplete pass.
He didn't throw the ball. I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter now, I guess. But the Warriors are going to have worse field possession
and Nick,
10 seconds left.
Regardless, I'm still almost certain that was fourth down.
Yeah?
I thought we had it right.
What did our game clock operator on our game scorer on the broadcast have it as? I think our engineer Nick had it as fourth down as well.
I think the engineer had third or fourth, Nick. What did you have? He had third.
All right, so go Nick.
We were mistaken. They had the touchdown called back. They had an incomplete pass over the middle.
But either way, I'd still say it was a fumble recovered by the Bearcats, regardless of down.
The ruling had to have been incomplete pass. So Jersey waits to take over with 39.7 to go in the half. Not exactly sure what the holdup is.
I'm at a loss for words, Joe. This last 1 minute of game time has been longer than the whole quarter previously. The first 14 minutes were much faster than this last minute.
All right. And Nick, Western Maryland still has the football, so they gave him a first down.
What the heck is going on?
All right, so there had to have been a penalty in the secondary on the play where we believe the fumble had occurred. There is a new quarterback in the game, and the pass is complete. Great move to avoid a tackle, and
running
all
clock.
of a sudden,
running clock. They got
Western
a
Maryland has a chance here. The new quarterback is Omar Dowry Jr. He wears number 3. That pass was complete to number 22, who is not on our roster. However, that is a big completion that takes the Warriors all the way down inside the 10.
Yeah, so the Bearcats can even get the ball now. There's not going to be much time for them.
So, Nick, I have absolutely no idea what occurred on that play with the fumble that awarded the Warriors a first down. There was an announcement. We can't hear it over the music.
I didn't hear anything.
And the Warriors now have a chance to make this a 2-possession game, and they will be receiving the second half kickoff. So stay right here. This game can change drastically with a Warriors score here. Dowry Jr. looks to throw. He steps up and is taken down by Tyreek Noble. Joining in on the tackle were 2 more Bearcats.
That's going to be the last time out for the Warriors, I think. So this will be it for them, for their chances. incomplete pass or not. As you see the quarterback, Woodard, walking by us now, our commentary desk, limping. So it looks like it's an ankle injury or knee injury, it looks like.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's favoring his left arm or his left leg. His left arm looks kind of limp from here, but we'll see if he heads back to the bench or back to the locker room. His team has it with 17.7 on the clock in this first half. Long huddle here following the timeout for the Warriors. Once again, Dowry Jr., the new quarterback. And he will take the snap from the shotgun. Jordan Anderson flanks him to his left in the backfield. Dowry looks to throw. Looking end zone, a bit high, incomplete. Pass just over the outstretched arms of his intended receiver, who unfortunately is not on our provided roster.
11.9 left now in the half.
This will be third down. 11.9 to go, as you mentioned, Nick. And effectively, you have 2 plays to get it. 2 plays to pick up a first down and 2 plays to score. It's unlikely they get off more than 2 snaps in this spot. No timeouts. It's a throw for Dowry Jr. He avoids the pass rush. Throws end zone. Complete. Touchdown.
And that's going to wrap up the half with a big touchdown. The extra point to come. But the clock expires on a touchdown grab to make it 27-12.
No number 88 on the roster we've been provided.
PA guy's a little off. He said at the end of the half, 27-6, but the half's not over yet. And they did score a touchdown, so it's 27-12. All
right. 27-12.
And Bearcats not enough players on the field again.
Western Maryland will go for 2 here. And Nick, this game has changed drastically.
Especially if they get the 2.
Dowry Jr. looks to throw.
A flag.
There is a flag at the line of scrimmage. As Dowry Jr. breaks a sack, takes off toward the far side, but he is met just inside the 5 and pushed out of bounds short of the goal line. We will see what the flag is for. It was thrown early. Probably inclined to think offsides, Nick.
Offsides, yeah. So do this play again.
Everything I said before, the score is Western Maryland 12, New Jersey Bearcats 7.
Well, the scoreboard in here has it in the 4th quarter. With the time it just took for that last minute of play, you would think it's the 4th quarter, Joe. But we're going to continue the first half for the 2nd quarter.
It's a 15-point game, and we await another 2-point try for the Warriors as the ball was moved up to the 1-yard line following the penalty against the Bearcats.
All right, so this should be the last play of the half. This is another flag where there's a fumble, they'll offset it, and who the heck knows what's going on here. Let's hope for a more clean, more organized, normal paced second half. Long halftime show coming up next.
All right. It's a direct snap this time, and the Bearcats all over it as the snap went directly to one of the backs. Once again, it was Jordan Anderson, big number 25, who took the direct snap, but he was stood up at the goal line by the Jersey defense. And Nick, that is indeed the final play of the half.
So we think. Yes, it's final play of the half, 27-12. A good start for the Bearcats. Not the finish they're looking for, getting up the touchdown late. But they do go into the second half with a substantial lead. However, the Warriors get the ball to start the second half.
Big opening drive of the second half for Maryland will be on the other side of our halftime break. Once again, our score, Jersey 27, Western Maryland 12. And we are going to attempt to drop our streaming quality once again in order to accommodate for the slower internet. We apologize for the internet issues, and hopefully we can get those taken care of for good at halftime. Our score, Jersey 27 and the Warriors 12 at the break.
Radel Volkswagen of Linden is your official sponsor of Bearcats football. Visit our showroom today for great deals and tell them the Bearcats sent you. Rydell VW of Linden. Visit us today.
Today's game is presented by Total Performance Bodywork with Dave Riemann. Dave is a body worker, licensed massage therapist, and strength and movement coach. He's combined his wide variety of expertise into a system that he calls Total Performance Bodywork. Trusted by professional athletes and bodybuilders, Dave has been helping people to recover from new and old injuries, improve their breathing efficiency, athletic performance, mobility, flexibility, and their overall strength. Visit Total Performance Bodywork at totalperformancebodywork.com or contact Dave by calling 610-570-7480 or email Dave Riemann at rcn.com.
Today's Bearcats broadcast is brought to you by our friends at Applebee's of Edison, located at 1045 US Highway 1 in Edison. Stop in after the game for great deals and drink specials. And also by J&J Snack Foods, located on 350 Fellowship Road in Mount Laurel. Call us toll-free at 800-486-9533. Thank you, Applebee's and J&J Snack Foods, for supporting Bearcats football.
Attention, local businesses and professionals. Isn't it time to elevate your game? Now you can advertise your business or product on PDF Sports Network. Your ad will appear on all of our broadcasts, including this one. Don't have a commercial? We'll make one for you, absolutely free. What better way to showcase your product and brand while supporting the best local sports, teams, and leagues? Call now at 732-723-8189 or visit us at pdfsportsnet.com.
And we are back from the Waranenko Sports Arena with our Lady Bearcats halftime spotlight. We'll throw it down to Nick for our Lady Bearcats halftime spotlight. Nick, take it away.
Dancing for over 12 years now. I got on the team from Instagram. I saw an ad that they were starting the team up again. The Lady Bearcats has been gone since the pandemic, so it's our first season back. So getting a chance to be on a team where everybody is new, creating our own community and sisterhood has been a great experience. And it's felt like a family since audition day back in February.
All right, so you gain a family, friends for life, a lifetime of friendship ahead. But how much fun has it been for you to integrate with the Bearcats community and the team as well? Because I spoke to the coach pregame, and he said when you girls are out there, you really give the team a lot of energy and help them win the games.
Yeah, it was from when we were both at boot camp, and we had a close practice, the Lady Bearcats, while being on the field with the team. So that was our first introduction to them. Actually, one of the linebackers, I didn't know that he was going to be my ride to all of the games and practices, but before we met, he almost ran into me that first practice. And now, we're driving around together, twice a week. So we're really close, yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. Joe, back over to you at the commentary desk.
Once again, it is halftime. The Bearcats lead it 27-12 over the Western Maryland Warriors, and we'll be back with the start of the second half following this break.
Radel Volkswagen of Linden is your official sponsor of Bearcats football. Visit our showroom today for great deals and tell them the Bearcats sent you. Rydell VW of Linden. Visit us today.
Today's game is presented by Total Performance Bodywork with Dave Riemann. Dave is a body worker, licensed massage therapist, and strength and movement coach. He's combined his wide variety of expertise into a system that he calls Total Performance Bodywork. Trusted by professional athletes and bodybuilders, Dave has been helping people to recover from new and old injuries, improve their breathing efficiency, athletic performance, mobility, flexibility, and their overall strength. Visit Total Performance Bodywork at totalperformancebodywork.com or contact Dave by calling 610-570-7480 or email Dave Riemann at rcn.com.
Today's Bearcats broadcast is brought to you by our friends at Applebee's of Edison, located at 1045 US Highway 1 in Edison. Stop in after the game for great deals and drink specials. And also by J&J Snack Foods, located on 350 Fellowship Road in Mount Laurel. Call us toll-free at 800-486-9533. Thank you, Applebee's and J&J Snack Foods, for supporting Bearcats football.
Attention local businesses and professionals. Isn't it time to elevate your game? Now you can advertise your business or product on PDF Sports Network. Your ad will appear on all of our broadcasts, including this one. Don't have a commercial? We'll make one for you, absolutely free. What better way to showcase your product and brand while supporting the best local sports, teams, and leagues? Call now at 732-723-8189 or visit us at pdfsportsnet.com.
KKT, InvestStars is now a proud sponsor of the Jersey Bearcats and the AAL2. No matter what needs you have, F. Tarkin Jones will develop the right solution for you. See for yourself the star treatment you will get with KKT, InvestStars LLC. Call today at 201-290-4802 and be a star just like the Bearcats.
Today's game is being brought to you by Meineke Auto Center. Meineke is your choice for quality, reliable service at great rates all year long. Visit us at 495 East St. George Avenue in Roselle, New Jersey, or call 908-986-3932 to schedule your service today.
Have you ever needed to stop or change the way you do something you love because of aches, pains, or injury? The physical therapists at Kessler Rehabilitation Center are here to get you back to work, life, and your favorite activities. Most importantly, your goals are their goals. Their movement experts will listen and develop an individualized treatment plan so you can heal. Begin care faster by requesting an appointment today at Kessler-PT.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
Zolnir Championship Rings is the official ring provider of the AAL2 champion Jersey Bearcats. Zolnir combines class with excellence and is the perfect way to showcase perfection on the field of play. See our full lineup today, only at Zolnir, official partner of the Jersey Bearcats.
The Jersey Bearcats are back for another exciting season of AAL2 arena football. Get on board with us and follow us all year long. For information on our donations, sponsorships, and game day, and ticket information, please contact us at Jersey Bearcats Arena Football at gmail.com.
Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports brings fans an interactive experience through watch-alongs, streaming, video presentation, and game knowledge. Coming from the mind of Coach Ed Gladney, fans gain an expanded understanding of sports entertainment from over 40 years of coaching experience. Coach Ed taps into his experiences from the different levels of sports he has coached as he is able to introduce fans to sports from a coaching perspective.
The Omega Psi Phi fraternity was founded on November 17, 1911, on the campus of Howard University. Its founders are Dr. Oscar James Cooper, Professor Frank Charles Coleman, Bishop Edgar Amos Love, and Dr. Ernest Everett Just. Its cardinal principles of manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift are the key principles which cement this fraternity to where we are today. Gamma Nu Nu chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated was chartered on July 11, 2019, and are located on the Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst in Columbus, New Jersey. Brothers of like-minded ideas come together from all walks of life and careers, make up and continue to build on the very same ideals to this very day, just as the founders of this great fraternity have done. For more information on Gamma Nu Nu, please visit us on Facebook, Gamma Nu Nu, The Bridge Builder Quests, and Instagram, #JBMDLQUES.
Bella Pianta Orthopedics, providing care with compassion and integrity for orthopedic disorders and injuries. We also offer concussion support for coaches, schools, and athletes, with 24-hour diagnostic and rehabilitation management for injured athletes. We are the proud team physicians for your New Jersey Bearcats. Please visit our comprehensive website or call us at 201-490-4333 33.
Burgers are better at the Brownstone in Metuchen.
My weekend starts with the Brownstone burger, topped with cheddar, barbecue sauce, and a fried egg.
Give me the Hawaiian burger. I love the Canadian bacon and sweet pineapple.
How do you like your salads? Shrimp, chicken, beef?
Stop in and see why families are eating good at the Brownstone in Metuchen.
We'll meet you at the Brownstone.
We'll meet you at the Brownstone.
We are back from the Waranenko Sports Arena here on the PDF Sports Network. Joe Foreman rejoining you alongside Nick Durst, and our score ahead of the start of the second half. The Jersey Bearcats 27 and the Western Maryland Warriors 12. And Nick, it looked like this game was Jersey's for the taking heading into the final minutes of that first half. There was a play where we thought that the Warriors had fumbled. Instead, there had to have been a penalty called somewhere against Jersey because the Warriors, after their defense had already taken the field, their offense was then awarded a first down. They came back out and went on to score. That completely changed this game and brought them to within 2 possessions, as they will receive the second half kickoff as well.
Yeah, I don't know what happened on that play. It must have been, it is a face mask, horse collar tackle or something, but very confusing in here. And we have no idea what was going on. And now the Warriors get the chance to take this ball and go downfield. If they get a 2-point conversion, they could make this a 7-point game if they score here on the opening drive.
This drive, a big one for Western Maryland. As for Jersey, they have a lead, they have a cushion. It's 2 possessions, and we've seen so far when these two teams have met, the final score has often fallen right around this range. 14 points deciding each of the first 2 meetings between these two teams, and the Warriors will be looking to play spoiler as Jersey is closing in on the opportunity to host a first-round playoff game. However, the Bearcats' defense will be out there to start the second half, and we anticipated that the kickoff would come soon after we returned from break.
No, I don't think so. I think we're going to be another 5 to 10 minutes.
It has been an extended halftime, so what we'll do is step aside and take another short break. When we come back, the start of the second half between the Western Maryland Warriors and the Jersey Bearcats.
Radel Volkswagen of Linden is your official sponsor of Bearcats football. Visit our showroom today for great deals and tell them the Bearcats sent you. Rydell VW of Linden. Visit us today.
Today's Bearcats broadcast is brought to you by our friends at Applebee's of Edison, located at 1045 US Highway 1 in Edison. Stop in after the game for great deals and drink specials. And also by J&J Snack Foods, located on 350 Fellowship Road in Mount Laurel. Call us toll-free at 800-486-9533. Thank you, Applebee's and J&J Snack Foods, for supporting Bearcats football.
Attention, local businesses and professionals. Isn't it time to elevate your game? Now you can advertise your business or product on PDF Sports Network. Your ad will appear on all of our broadcasts, including this one. Don't have a commercial? We'll make one for you, absolutely free. What better way to showcase your product and brand while supporting the best local sports, teams, and leagues? Call now at 732-723-8189 or visit us at pdfsportsnet.com.
The Omega Psi Phi fraternity was founded on November 17, 1911, on the campus of Howard University. Its founders are Dr. Oscar James Cooper, Professor Frank Charles Coleman, Bishop Edgar Amos Love, and Dr. Ernest Everett Just. Its cardinal principles of manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift are the key principles which cement this fraternity to where we are today. Gamma Nu Nu chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated was chartered on July 11, 2019, and are located on the Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst in Columbus, New Jersey. Brothers of like-minded ideas come together from all walks of life and careers, make up and continue to build on the very same ideals to this very day, just as the founders of this great fraternity have done. For more information on Gamma Nu Nu, please visit us on Facebook, Gamma Nu Nu, The Bridge Builder Quests, and Instagram, #JBMDLQUES.
And we are back from the Waranenko Sports Arena, where the Bearcats lead it 27-12 over the Western Maryland Warriors. The kickoff to start the second half went straight out of bounds, no return, and the ball was spotted at the Warriors' 20-yard line. And Nick, this drive undoubtedly huge for Western Maryland as they look to make this a one-possession game again.
Joe, I can't even hear you right now. The DJ is blasting, but it is a huge drive right now for sure, as the Warriors looking to make this a one-possession game for sure.
They take over, as I mentioned, right at their own 10-yard line. I may have said 20 by mistake. It is the 10-yard line. And you'll notice that once again, they are without their starting quarterback for this drive. So it looks like that the injury that sideline Tyler Woodard has ended his day, and Omar Dowry Jr. will likely be the quarterback the rest of the way.
Well, he's put a bit of a spark into the offense, that's for sure.
So a big injury at quarterback for the Warriors will certainly affect their game plan, but the goal on this drive remains the same. Put points on the board and make this a one-score game. Handoff here. We haven't seen one in a while for the Warriors, as Nelson was taken down across the 15, officially tackled at the 16-yard line.
A couple of yards there for Nelson, but yeah, we haven't seen a run since early on in the game.
That will bring up third down. Third down and about 4 or 5 yards to go here. Maybe a bit less. The sticks in front of us aren't necessarily indicative of where the ball is, because they're leaving room for a sight line for the players on the bench. Motion man was McCraw. Throw goes deep, left sideline, and it is broken up. But a flag is down at the line of scrimmage, and the Warriors are pointing in the direction of Jersey. That's a pre-snap penalty. That's a first down.
Certainly would be. Another flag here. Looks like unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bearcats. So we got 2 flags now.
And indeed, there are flags thrown on the play.
Our public address announcer is very, very enthusiastic about it.
I don't think I've ever heard an announcer that enthusiastic about flags.
And as he pointed out, next Friday is Flag Day, so...
You know, I was a big fan. Growing up, I was a big fan of Six Flags, where the motto was more flags, more fun.
More flags, more fun.
That does not apply to arena football.
Another flag, a third flag, because it's 1, 2, 3 flags are out of the whole football game.
Is that a thing?
Hit the showers.
Oh, boy. So the original penalty...
Someone's been thrown out. I was right, so...
The original penalty was against the Warriors. So whatever protest there was from the Bearcats that drew those later flags may not have been necessary.
Well, it looks like Tyreek Noble has been ejected from the game. Or at the very least sent to the bench. No, he's ejected. So Tyreek Noble's day is done. He's going back to the locker room. Big loss on defense for the Bearcats.
So Noble's evening is finished. And after what was initially a holding penalty against the Warriors, I believe a pair of Bearcats personal fouls will move this one up a very long way, as this ball is going to be spotted at the Jersey 23-yard line. So Jersey looked to be in a great position to get off the field following the hold. Instead, the Warriors are in business offensively. Dowry Jr. throws deep, right sideline, and that is well beyond the boards, out of bounds.
Ball stuck in the netting, too, so that'll be a delay.
Well, not to be lost there, Nick, is that through all of that, the clock was running. And we are down to about 11 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this third quarter. Following this next play,
Oh, don't worry. They'll make up for it in that last minute.
or perhaps before, I'll let you know that tonight's third quarter is being sponsored by Rydell Volkswagen of Linden. Purchasing a car these days can be tough, but not at Rydell, where our expert team makes car buying easy with a friendly staff and accommodations that puts you, the driver, first. Score a touchdown on the field and on the road with Rydell Volkswagen of Linden, proud supporter of the Jersey Bearcats and their fans. Thomas was the motion man pre-snap as Nelson takes the toss.
Big hit.
And he's tackled at the Jersey 22.
Well, Joe, we see Woodard here is limping behind the benches, so he's definitely done for the night. He's out of his uniform. He's got his leg wrapped with some ice.
So it does turn out to be a leg injury that sidelines starting quarterback for the Western Maryland Warriors. And you hate to see that in any game, but especially in the final game of the season that will end today for the Warriors, as they have been eliminated from playoff contention. Third down and long. Dowry Jr. rolls to his left, is flushed back right. He avoids a sack, steps forward, throws downfield into a double team, and that was broken up with another flag down. So hold on a second.
Nearly picked off, but we'll see if this is going to be negated by the flag.
The signal from the official is fourth down. The question is whether that was the result of an the question is whether or not a penalty will be assessed here. I think the Bearcats declined the flag, though I didn't see a flag. Our production team signaled flag and had it on the screen, though I think there was discussion along the near side, near the Warriors bench. Either way, it is fourth down.
Well, Joe already had 9 minutes left in this quarter. Unbelievable start to the second half.
McCraw, the motion man, and it's a poor snap, forcing Dowry Jr. to chase it all the way back toward his end zone. He flips it to his halfback, incomplete. That is an incomplete pass.
Yes, it is.
The back is an eligible receiver. And that was a good heads-up play there.
Good job.
A massive loss.
Smart idea to drop the pass, too.
Good point, Nick. Good point. Whether or not the drop was intentional, I'm not sure. But if it was, that's a good heads-up play. So it will be Bearcats football. 8:49 to go in the third quarter. And Jersey can take a huge step towards putting this game away with a touchdown. Trotman in the shotgun for Jersey. Ross lined up about a yard in front of him in the offensive backfield. Renford, the motion man, pre-snap. Trotman is looking to throw. It's a screen pass. Ross off the fingertips. He brings it in, and that is a good tackle to prevent a larger gain on that play, as Kadeem Bailey came in and took down Ross by the ankles.
Ross looking like you out there when you play two-hand touch football, making a grab and catch, going up to grab it.
Nick, there is indeed a resemblance between Ross and myself. And it goes beyond my playing of the game of football, though those days are long past.
The looks, the pregame run and jog.
There is a resemblance there, I have to admit.
The hair.
Not so much with the hair.
The bandana and the headband.
Halsey in motion. Trotman throws his way deep down the field, and that pass is dropped in the end zone. A new life here for the Warriors defensively.
Drop pass. Not sure why the clock has stopped. Do you know, Joe?
I know it's because the official signaled that it should stop.
Oh, but because we're going to have an immediate timeout. Of course, right in the middle of the third down possession.
Well, I'll tell you, Nick, there are no contestants down at field level for any contest, so I don't think the game is going to be stopped here.
Okay. 3rd and 5.
No media timeout, so we'll roll on.
Halsey in motion again, handoff Ross. He has an opening. He accelerates up the field, makes a man miss, and is finally taken down just outside of the 5-yard line.
Ross gets up, signals first down, showing that he's the foreman of the field right there as he's knocking everybody over.
1st and goal, Jersey. I'll have to ignore that last one. I guess that makes me the foreman of the broadcast table.
Yes.
Inside of 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
I can assure you, if he gets a touchdown here, there's a very high likelihood we'll be talking to him in the postgame.
Handoff goes to Ross. Flag in from the secondary as Ross was across the goal line. The signal is touchdown. Holding offense. And that will come back.
Unfortunate there.
Under 6.5 to play, 3rd quarter. And Jersey will back up 10.
Six minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Ball officially spotted at the Warriors' 16-yard line. It remains goal to go for Jersey. 1st down and goal to go. Trotman having words with his receivers. Simmons and Halsey lined up to the right, Renford to the left. Simmons, the motion man. Trotman will look to throw, and he finds Simmons over the middle. Nice move to the outside, but staying with him to make the tackle was Aaron Olds.
That's going to be 2nd down now.
Second and goal. Nice gain on the play. As officially that goes down as a gain of 9. Halsey in motion. Toss to Ross. And Ross will try and reverse field, surrounded by white jerseys, and he's finally taken down.
All of the Warriors are right around him there. Had nowhere to go.
Unfortunately, neither of the Warriors involved in that play, though I do think that was 56, not a 58. So Steve Waddell is on our roster, and he was in on that tackle. And that will bring up 3rd and goal. Stop here keeps the Warriors in this game. A Bearcats touchdown makes it a very steep hill to climb, but as we've said, Nick, a quarter plus, still an eternity in the arena game.
Yeah, Joe, right now I'm smelling chicken fingers and french fries, so I might have to go check out the Brownstone Bar and Grill post game and chow down if it's still open.
That's a few minutes away as Trotman will look to throw. He rolls right, has a man open in the end zone, but that pass is undercut and intercepted. Aaron Olds with the pick, and that has changed this game in a big way as Jersey looked to have a touchdown within their grasp, but a great play by Olds to undercut the open receiver in the end zone.
Excellent play there by him to get that interception. Almost took it to the house, tackled it along midfield, and the Warriors got the chance now to make this one-possession game, Joe.
It looked like Trotman had Halsey open in the end zone, but Olds on his toes, looked to be in a zone over the middle, was able to read the eyes of the quarterback and jump that pass attempt. Great play by the Western Maryland defensive back, and just like that, they have the football back. McCraw, the motion man, handoff Nelson. Nelson tried to turn upfield, but he could not get by the tackle of Tariq Pusey.
Tariq there with a full Nelson to bring him down. Not much going there on the rushing attempt.
Gain of about 2 on the play. Maybe a bit less. As the clock winds down toward 3 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3. Second and long.
Two minutes, 50 seconds left in the quarter.
Jordan Anderson in the backfield alongside Dowry Jr. as Thomas catches the short pass. And a flag comes in late. After that play was over, this might be a personal foul against Jersey.
I would give the Warriors potentially a first down.
If it does go against Jersey, that's a big break for Western Maryland as they had third and long coming up. And they are moving the chains, Nick. Personal foul against the Bearcats.
And it is a Warriors first down.
Those are the kinds of penalties you won't be able to afford in a playoff game. Obviously, Jersey is in, but they'd love to host a game here at Waranenko next weekend. And they still have to close the door
Another flag
on the Warriors, as it looked like there was some early movement, and there indeed was against the Warriors there. Looked like it was on the left side of the line.
More flags, more fun. That should probably bring us to the end of the quarter with that flag. We'll see if we get off one more play.
With over 90 seconds to go?
I think so.
I'd bet against it. We'll see.
I think they'll get a pull off around 30 seconds, maybe.
Clock ticks down toward 1 minute and 15 seconds.
This will be the last play of the quarter.
That I'm inclined to agree with. Dowry Jr. looks to throw, and that comes up short. Looked like he lost his grip of the football there as the pressure was on its way in. Credit on the play to number 18, Kareem Bernard of the Bearcats, applying that pressure and forcing the low throw.
That should do it here, unless they hurry it up. Maybe one more play if they hurry, but I don't see any urgency in the backfield right now for the Warriors with 32 seconds left in the quarter. And after I
think they're going to get one more off, Nick.
We'll see. They should be able to if they snap it here. Too many players on the field, though. Oh, no, the quarterback's meeting with the coordinator, so I don't know. It's going to be close. 12 seconds.
McCraw in motion. Dowry Jr. down the field for McCraw. End zone. Intercepted. Picked off by Tariq Pusey. And that will be the final play of the third quarter as Jersey answers their own turnover with an interception of their own. Our score through three, the Bearcats 27 and the Warriors 12.
Radel Volkswagen of Linden is your official sponsor of Bearcats football. Visit our showroom today for great deals and tell them the Bearcats sent you. Radel VW of Linden. Visit us today.
Bella Pianta Orthopedics, providing care with compassion and integrity for orthopedic disorders and injuries. We also offer concussion support for coaches, schools and athletes, with 24-hour diagnostic and rehabilitation management for injured athletes. We are the proud team physicians for your New Jersey Bearcats. Please visit our comprehensive website or call us at 201-490-4333.
And we are back from the Waranenko Sports Arena. Joe Foreman rejoining you alongside Nick Durst ahead of the start of the fourth quarter of this matchup between the Jersey Bearcats and Western Maryland Warriors. Once again, we do apologize for our internet connectivity issues. It has not allowed for clear video streaming all night. However, these games are recorded via our streaming hub, and we will have a clean version of this game posted within a couple of hours after its conclusion. That post will take some time to render in full HD, but you should be able to view this game in standard definition within about 2 or 3 hours after it is over. So be sure to check that out later tonight if you want to see full video of this game. We thank everyone who has stuck with us during tonight's call. There have been some periods of clean video, but much of the game has been very laggy as it has been brought to our attention. And another miscommunication there results in a big play nonetheless as Nasir Adams barrels all the way down to the 5. He and Trotman couldn't decide who was keeping that football, and once Adams took it, he had a ton of open real estate.
Adams right up the middle, right at the gut. Boom, big collision at the end there, low on the shoulder, but what a run by him.
There you see it again on replay. It looked like the defensive line for the Warriors wasn't quite sure who was going to end up with possession of that ball, and they had to wait a bit. And that allowed Adams all that open space in the middle as Trotman will keep this one. And he is met by 3, 4, make it 5 Warriors defenders. Short gain on the play.
Warriors were ready for it, that's for sure. Stuff that play out.
If they're going to have a chance in this game, the Warriors need a stop here. Second down, goal to go for Jersey. And a chance here with a touchdown to come very close to securing that first-round home game in the AAL2 postseason. A meeting with the Steel City Stampede awaits next weekend. Second and goal. Halsey in motion, handoff, Nasir Adams. And he's in for the touchdown. And with that, it is now a 3-possession game as Jersey goes in front, 33-12.
Bearcats now get back that 3-possession lead. The Warriors aren't able to capitalize. They could have made a 1-possession game. They weren't able to do so. And now the Bearcats are ahead 33-12.
Well, we saw it last year, Nick, when these two teams met. Nasir Adams, big game, multiple touchdowns against this Warriors team, and he's followed up that performance nearly a year ago, perhaps more than a year ago now. I believe it is more than a year ago today. But he's followed it up with another strong performance here at home against the Western Maryland defense.
12.5 minutes left. Bearcats getting ready to attempt the extra points.
Clock's still running. We're inside of 12.5 minutes.
Well, for the Bearcats, you want it to run, so you might as well take as much time as you can before kicking the extra point.
No question about it.
I'm sure Coach K, it's part of his strategy.
You can ask him that too. Of course, Coach K always joins us for our post-game wrap-up. No different tonight. The extra point on its way, and that kick is good. For the Bearcats tonight, 4 for 5 on PATs. And I'm not sure there's any other team that has been a part of the AAL2 for both seasons since its inception last year, or at least its relaunch last season, that has had a kicker for both seasons of AAL2 football. The Bearcats have taken full advantage tonight and did so last season as well. Officially 11:59 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. And no better time to let you know that tonight's final quarter is sponsored by Bella Pianta Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, providing state-of-the-art treatments with compassion and integrity. One championship team deserves another. Visit them today at Bella Pianta Orthopedics, proud sponsor of the Jersey Bearcats.
All right, Bearcats getting ready to kick things off.
Coach K's got to get in position, Nick.
He's got to get in the Coach K coach's corner.
Coach K has his own graphic now here on PDF. That graphic debuted following last year's championship, as that ball was initially bobbled before it was finally taken in by Anderson. He has room. He has blocking, and he's down just inside the Bearcats' 20-yard line.
Nice return there by Anderson. Got to give the Warriors some good field possession here. Warriors here, Joe, they need to have a quick striking attack offensively if they want to make up for all the points they're down. They got to score 3 times and hold the Bearcats.
Well, there's no question they need a quick score, Nick. And they have good starting field position. A stop here by Jersey all but clinches this game. Though, keep in mind, we have seen some crazy things covering the AAL too. So we'll see what happens on this drive, and Western Maryland hopes to pull back to within 2 scores. And once again, Nick,
we have a flag before the play even starts. Why? I don't know why the play's moving up. Flag on the Bearcats?
I don't want to call it a phantom flag or a phantom penalty, but there was no announcement and no indication of why the ball was just moved up 10 yards. And Nelson takes a big hit as he looked to carry it up the middle. Deshaun Copes with the big hit at the line of scrimmage, halting Nelson's progress.
Second down now after Nelson stopped in the backfield.
Second down and about 12 or 13. Dowry Jr. will look to throw. And that's intercepted. There looked to be contact in the secondary, but instead this may go for 6 the other way. We've seen him score as a wideout. We've seen him score as a back. And now Kyle Ward has a pick 6.
Kyle Ward putting this game to bed. Nighty-night, it's bedtime. Kyle Ward to the house with a pick 6.
Kyle Ward, one of the most versatile players on this Bearcats roster. We've seen the impact he can have on a game offensively, and here he comes up with the pick 6. Now, if you wind that replay back just a bit, there was some contact in the middle of the field, looked to be incidental. The Warriors,
we got a flag, of course, on the Warriors coach because I think he was arguing, you saw, Joe, that there was some contact.
Yeah, you can't blame the Western Maryland bench here. It looked like there was contact.
So Ward now, 2 touchdowns, right, in this game?
Yes.
1 offense, 1 defense.
Yep. Bearcats now lead it.
Another flag, so 2 flags on the coaches, and he's going to, remember, 1, 2, 3 flags, you're out of the football game. Players got to restrain the coach here, but he's been tossed. So the Warriors are going to lose their coach here for the rest of the game here. You can see coach taking out his frustrations. Just a rough season for him and his squad.
Let's go back to that replay. And if that is what was being argued, I think the bench has a case. Yeah, Nick, I think you have to call that. Because the defender who was in the way obviously got there early.
Yeah,
and
that's what
wasn't really looking at the football.
No. I don't know why the clock stopped. I guess because it was a scoring play.
Perhaps the ejection. But the clock is officially stopped at 8:11.
And you know what that means? We're just 12 seconds away from immediate timeout once the game resumes.
Score correction. Your score is now Western Maryland 12 and the Bearcats 40.
Well, the baked goods have made their way into the stands, Nick, and all of a sudden, I'm not looking at the game anymore.
Well, Joe, the baked goods are not free. They are for purchase.
I know.
But you tell them you're with PDF, you never know.
You never know.
I did get a free cookie earlier in the season pregame.
I could tell them I'm a running back for the Bearcats, and they might believe it.
They would not know the difference. If you wear the arm sleeve and walk in here next time for the game next week, they might think you're playing.
I'll have to grow my facial hair out a bit. All right, so the Bearcats finally set to kick the extra point. As Nick mentioned, we had an ejection on the side of Western Maryland that stopped the game for a bit. And that extra point's no good wide right. So the score remains Jersey 40 and Western Maryland 12.
Killer don't run from this pipe. Let me see you run it up. Go ahead, shake some. Your chick going nuts. She just put my chains on. Got her going crazy. Let her shake and watch her move.
Kickoff upcoming from the Bearcats with 8:11 to go. And now if you're the Warriors, you're just hoping to take something positive from this game to end the season. Obviously, a score on that last drive, not a foregone conclusion, but you would have liked to put points on the board there. Perhaps Jersey could have eased up defensively a bit late in the game where they were leading by multiple possessions, but the Bearcats come up with the pick, albeit in somewhat controversial fashion, and now the Warriors are in a big hole.
28-point differential here.
And we saw this when these two teams met last season. The Warriors were down big in the second half of that game as well. They did not quit. They played until the final whistle, scored 2 late touchdowns in that game. They trailed, I believe, by 28 in that game as well. So history repeating itself. The final score in that game, if I'm not mistaken, was 48-34. So a long way to get there. As that kick skips into the end zone, ends up in the corner, and the Warriors are able to get it out of the end zone as we had a huge hit along the near side.
Another good kick there.
Tajir Stern on the receiving end of a big shot along the boards. And the Bearcats certainly aren't easing up on the intensity. Clock running inside of 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this game. Warriors offense heads back out there, still minus their starting.
And now we're going to have a media timeout, Joe. I called it. So more stoppage here.
All right, so Nick, I previewed it a bit earlier, but it is time for the contestants in this contest to dress like a Bearcat. And if there's something we've learned over the course of the season, it's that it is far more difficult to dress like a Bearcat than you would suspect, especially when the uniforms are fitted to 6 foot, 200-pound plus linemen, in many cases bigger than that. And you're between the ages of, let's say, 12 and 16 trying to dress in that uniform. Not easy.
Absolutely not.
And I think Jermaine Sanders, very wisely for the sake of pace, has told our contestants to take their shoes off. It is almost impossible to get the spandex pants over the shoes. However, it looks like the shoes are the first item being lined up at the starting line. That makes things a lot more difficult. All right. Shoes first, pants second, jersey third, football last, and then it's a sprint to the finish line. Good luck sprinting in a uniform fitted to a fully grown adult.
Here they go.
Those shoes look to be at least a men's 12 or more. Those are some big cleats. The pants getting hooked on the heel of those cleats, but it looks like our contestants have navigated that difficulty, or at least one of them has. Oh yeah, the second pair of pants toward the far side, having a much tougher time with the cleats, yeah.
You just got to remember when you're doing this, the hokey pokey. You put your left foot in, you put your right foot in, left arm, right arm. This is the quickest I've ever seen a finish here in this competition.
I think a part of the issue, as one of our contestants stumbles, he is now without a left shoe. Well, the pants look pretty good on him. He lost the left tire there, blew a tire on the left foot. And that'll do it for our Just Like a Bearcats contest, as one of those footballs ended up in the stands. They tracked that down. But we have 7:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Bearcats lead is 28 points. And the Warriors here will start backed up against their own end zone. And in motion pre-snap, as the throw sails well beyond the reach of a wide open receiver over the middle.
And for some reason, the clock has stopped.
The clock never started, Nick.
Oh, that's a problem.
The clock still is not running.
Run the clock. Run the clock.
Not exactly sure what's going on here.
Well, I tell you what. What is typical athletic communications coordinator, this would not happen. Now the clock's going to run, so they got a free play.
They did. Clock did not start running until just ahead of the snap. Second down. Incomplete. The Warriors have had some opportunities in the intermediate passing game and the deep passing game in this matchup, but they've only converted on a couple of those. And the underneath passing game, for the most part, hasn't given them much since the opening drive. The windows have been tight. The Jersey defense has been right there, lurking behind any intended receivers. And those plays have also seen some misfires from the quarterback position. Omar Dowry Jr. back there now. And that's been a big storyline in this game. The Warriors losing their starting quarterback. Bearcats know about that, as this one's heaved downfield, nearly intercepted. Once again, short of the intended target. It was in a double team. Unfortunately, we don't have a number 88 on our provided roster. But
Dowry's slow to get up there, limping.
You know, the Warriors obviously can't afford that late in this game. 6:20 to go. Fourth down. Turnover here would give it to Jersey, right on the doorstep. Stern in motion.
Fumble.
And the snap was muffed. And that pass is intercepted. Now, we don't have a 12 on our Bearcats roster, but he has stood up just outside of the 10 and carried forward inside of the 10. And Jersey will now take over with goal to go.
Well, if the Bearcats took a knee here, they could run 4.5 minutes off the clock, and there would be no penalty, but that's not going to happen. So Bearcats going to look to punch it in here, probably by running it, and put another 7 points on the board.
Big lead already for Jersey, and you have to think the focus here now shifts to running out the remainder of this game. We've seen injuries on the Jersey side, obviously, throughout this season, and a big injury on the Maryland side tonight.
Yeah.
And you don't want any more of that late in this game, especially if you're the Bearcats heading to the postseason.
Well, arena football, it's a violent game played by violent men, so injuries are going to happen every week in this league.
Trotman was looking to throw, and he's sacked.
Fumble,
and the flag comes in late. Credit to the Warriors defense not giving up here, as Trotman is very upset. I think he's saying that he was tackled by the hair. Now, in the professional game, that is a legal play.
That's legal, yes.
I don't think it's a necessarily ethical play, especially late in the game with a 28-point margin. but the penalty was against Jersey. Trotman will line up in the shotgun. Ross to his left in the backfield. About a yard offset to the left in front of Trotman. Ward in motion. Trotman looking downfield, throws toward Ward in the corner of the end zone, and that is a dot over the arm of a defensive back and into the arms of Ward for a touchdown.
Great throw, and another great catch, and another touchdown for Ward. 3 touchdowns. He's going to be our player of the game.
That is a great-looking ball from Khalil Trotman, and you have to love seeing that if you're the Bearcats headed toward the postseason. Here's another look on replay, and you can't throw it any better than that in the back corner of the end zone. Jersey now in front, 46-12. And the extra point is no good.
3 touchdowns in this game for Ward, 2 offensively, 1 defensively. Bearcats up 46-12.
Well, as you said, Nick, I think we should expect to hear from him during our postgame, as you will head down to the field for conversations with Coach K and our player of the game, very likely tonight, to be Kyle Ward.
Left, right, Kyle's doing it all around the field.
Ward's done it all tonight. 2:51 to go, and the Warriors will receive the kickoff from the Bearcats. So with the win tonight, we'll be back here next week at Waranenko as the Bearcats will take on the Steel City Stampede. The Stampede and the Bearcats will face off as the 2 seed and the 3 seed in the AAL2 North Division. The winner of next week's game will advance to take on the Wheeling Miners. That game will be played in West Virginia on June 22nd. Kickoff deflects off of a Warrior and right
it should be
back
Bearcats
to
ball.
the Bearcats. It is.
Smart kick in there into number 97, who unable to get down and make that play.
Well, that's a very unfortunate break for the Warriors. Steve Alford was lined up on that front line, and the ball hit right off of his leg and ricocheted straight back to the Bearcats. And another thing to keep in mind is that here in the arena, the kickoff return team and the kickoff coverage team, they're lined up pretty close together. And that opens up the possibility for plays like that.
It's a smart move. You could potentially try to do it if you see a larger athlete against you who's probably not going to have the mobility to reach down and catch it. You might as well go for that. Bearcats here probably should not run a play and just get to the 1-minute warning.
I think they'll have to run one. Somebody is keeping a play clock somewhere.
What's the play clock? 90 seconds?
It is extensive. That's
one
for sure.
play here, maybe a rush. Take it to the 1-minute warning.
All right.
I'd be stunned if they throw it, but here they go.
You haven't watched enough Bearcats football as Ward is making a bid for a 4th touchdown. And he makes a great move, juking into the spin and taking it in for the score.
Another touchdown for Tyler Ward. What can you say? I mean, that's a way to get to the 1-minute warning, so you'll take it. 52 points for the Bearcats.
Keep in mind, Nick, this game was 27-12 at halftime and 27-12 through 3 quarters. Bearcats, offense and defense, have come through in a big way here in the 4th, and they have run away with this one.
Well, all right, so we'll get this kick, the kickoff, 1-minute warning, and if the first half is any indication of the last minute, we're going to be here another half hour.
And the kick,
it's off the ceiling. It should be no good.
I think it's no good. Off the ceiling, off the upright, and then straight down and out in front of the goalpost. And I use the term goalpost very loosely.
I just messed up the whole program and beat it off the wall, knocked it down, and
Extra point, no good. Bearcats lead by 40.
40-point victory. Perhaps more to come still. As it's 8:29 right now, we'll see how long this last minute takes. I would say at least 5 minutes.
Well, I think both teams would be content to get out of here with this final score.
Yeah, you don't want to get anybody injured.
Now we're doing it right and left again. Now, I heard the beginning of this song, Nick. I'm not sure this song is about family-friendly subject matter. It is not, yeah. Certainly not.
I'd love just for one of these games to work with you, for you to make the playlist,
now,
to see what kind of music you'd put out there.
I heard the opening line to the song, and if this song is about what I think it is, then...
It's obviously about the 50-50 going on right now. Left, right, they're going to do
I don't want to give it any more publicity. As that kickoff is brought in by Stern in the end zone. He cuts toward the inside, races up toward the far sideline, has good blocking, and explodes out across the 25 before he is taken down against the boards.
Almost snuck through there to break it. And the clock's going to run, even though it shouldn't. So 43.9 seconds left here, and a couple of plays left in this one. And we'll be down on the field for the post-game interviews.
You have to love to see that kind of effort from your special teams unit and return man late in the game, as it's time for the winner of the 50-50.
Oh, Pat won. Pat, our cameraman, won the 50-50.
He did not.
He's celebrating his victory. Our winner is coming down to claim her prize. I actually saw this one before, Joe. She had a plate with the 5 or 6 hot pretzels.
Smart woman. Now, on the way out.
Gotta watch the calories, though.
On the way out, last time we were here, they had some leftover pretzels. So you know where I'm heading as soon as we break down.
Look at those chicken nuggets as they're walking by us now. Those are some big-sized tenders.
Though I will say, Nick, I moved out the day of our last game. That was my first day at a new residence, the day of our last broadcast here. My diet has significantly improved.
Me too.
Because the living room and the kitchen are one next to the other. At my previous residence, I had to go up a floor.
Right.
And when you're taking in 5 or 6 baseball games at once, you can't leave those screens. You need to keep an eye on what's happening. We won't talk about what I'm doing while I watch the games, but
let's just say it looks like Joe's at the FanDuel Sportsbook at his new residency with all the screens similar to the Meadowlands racetrack where we were last week, you and I.
Yes. All right. 43.9 to go. The Warriors will possess what we think will be one final time. And it's a sack for the Bearcats.
And that'll stop the clock, I guess.
Or not.
It shouldn't. You shouldn't be given the advantage of stopping the clock if you're sacked.
Geraldo Nolasco in on the sack.
And that's going to do it, and the Bearcats will win this game by 40. Kyle Ward, our player of the game. 3 offensive touchdowns and 1 defensive.
16 seconds on the clock. The Warriors huddled, don't appear intent on running a play. So the Bearcats will win their regular season finale, and they will host a first-round playoff game in the AAL2 postseason as they will take on the Steel City Stampede back here at Waranenko next week. Right now, we'll send Nick down to field level for our Coach K post-game wrap-up, as well as a conversation with our player of the game, Kyle Ward. Joe Foreman back with you from the Waranenko Sports Arena, where Nick is down on the field, joined by Kyle Ward. So we'll let Nick and Kyle get set up, and then we'll throw it down to Nick, who has a conversation with our player of the game.
Not 2, not 3, but 4 touchdowns. A couple of offensive, defensive one. I'm sure they all felt great, but which one was your favorite?
My favorite was the defensive one. That was my first defensive touchdown. You know, once I caught the ball, it was just offensive. So that was my favorite.
Great job by you here tonight. Great job by the team. Big victory, but we're starting a playoff game here next Saturday. What do you expect from you guys with the intensity on the field as we get next week?
You get back energy and effort. That's the two most things that we're focused on. We know how to stick to anybody. All we got to do is bring the energy and effort.
And we'll see you next week. Joe, back over to you at the commentary desk.
We know what time it is. Coach K will join Nick down on the field for our post-game wrap-up, so Nick will head over toward midfield where Coach K is waiting for him, and we will throw it down to Nick.
All right, thanks, Joe, here with Coach K for the post-game wrap-up, the last of the regular season. Coach, big victory tonight, 40-point victory. Home field advantage for next week. How big is that for the team?
Well, I'm really excited because I get to do a post-game interview show with you guys next week. But anyways, that was a complete game. We actually showed up to play Bearcat football for like the first time this season. It's been ups and downs. It's been wars going back and forth. We lost 3 games, and it's just great to have a full win. Kickoff was killing it. Kickoff return, the 2 they got, they killed it. Offense, defense. Complete game. It's like a steak dinner with all the trimmings and fixings.
Yeah, special teams incredible. I mean, early on you had the bad snap for the extra point, no issue. Your holder picked it up, kicked the extra point. We were talking up there about the special teams and how great the play was. We kind of said maybe it had to do with you being on the field. What's the process for you when you're on the field and you're really just kind of watching your team do amazing things?
Well, the process for me is just make sure they all come out and get set. We kept having issues with that a couple of weeks ago where we were missing guys left and right. This is the first time all season that I only had to yell once that we needed one player. And right before we went out for kickoff, I was talking to him. I was like, you're now the safe guy. So-and-so's out, so I'm going to bump you down. And then I'm like screaming for him. I have a headset because they broke. So I'm like yelling, I need one. Ja, I need one. He's looking right at me. He's like, oh, you need one? Yeah, bro. Like 20 minutes later, I finally got my guy. And then we kicked the onside kick that I didn't even tell the kicker to kick.
That was incredible strategy. Kick it to the guy who had no chance to get it off his foot.
I don't think he could have bent down and picked up that ball if he wanted to. Honestly, that dude, I want to take him to the bar and pick up chicks because he makes me look skinny.
All right, Coach. I'll give you the last words, and then we head it back to Joe to wrap things up.
Yeah, you know, the regular season didn't go the way we planned, but I told these guys after every loss, this is a championship fight. You can lose around. We ain't losing this fight. Bearcats, we're coming for it.
All right, there you have it. Best of luck, Coach, in the postseason. That's going to do it for the Coach K report here.
Arabella Lynn, if you see this, go to bed. My niece is watching.
Nighty-night, it's bedtime. Back to you, Joe.
All right, thank you, Nick, and thank you to Coach K, kind enough to join us after each and every Bearcats home game. And I didn't have the headset on to hear the conversation. My engineer, Nick, you did, and Nick Durst, of course, down on the field having some smiles and laughs alongside Coach K, though our engineer, Nick Bavona, tonight did relay to me some of what was said, and there was some interesting strategy that goes into kicking the ball very short toward the front line of the return team. Nonetheless, Coach K coaching the special teams unit to a number 2 seed in the North Division of the AAL2. A.J. Roquet, of course, the head coach of the Bearcats. And you have to think, coming into the season, this team aspired to be the number 1 seed, but losing their quarterback, Stephen Colon, they finish as the 2 seed. Of course, Jai Valentine, the defensive coordinator for the Jersey Bearcats, plays a huge role in what this team has accomplished as well. And once again, it is a 2 seed and a first-round playoff home game for the Jersey Bearcats in the AAL2. If they win, they will move on to face the Wheeling Miners in the AAL2 semifinals. So this has been Joe Foreman, and we'll be joined on my headset one final time by my color commentary partner, Nick Durst. Nick, any final thoughts and some takeaways from your conversation with Coach K?
Well, funny stuff down there for sure, but the guys are happy, and they know that this is just the first step. The job's not done. Coach K said it all. Not happy with the regular season, and we'll have to turn things around in the playoffs next week.
And they will get that opportunity to do so here at home as the Jersey Bearcats will host the Steel City Stampede here at Waranenko next weekend. We will have that game for you here on the PDF Sports Network. But until next time, this has been Joe Foreman, and for my broadcast partner, Nick Durst, our engineer, Nick Bavona, and our camera operator, Pat Gilorenzo, we thank all of you for watching. Once again, our final score tonight, the Bearcats 52 and the Warriors 12. Be sure to tune in for playoff football here on PDF next Saturday. More details to come.